There's a ship across from your ship, and three of your crew are just about to breach the outer airlock door.
Um, Dude obviously would have either looked out the window at this thing or pulled up some of the external cameras just to take a look at it. Externally, does it look like anything other than just ship?
Hang on, let me switch our scene here. I'm gonna get started right now. So you asked, externally, does it look like anything other than just ship? How do you mean?
Yeah, is there anything unique about it? Is there any oddball attachments? Is it shaped strangely, or is it just a standard,
It's
shaped ship?
it's pretty standard. It has a more triangular shape. Looks more like a very very tall pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
But aside from that, and even that's not really that strange.
Mm-hmm.
That ships can be built in any design, any shape if they're not
Yeah.
going in atmosphere.
Exactly. Fuck
Wait,
aerodynamics.
Looks like a pyramid, no life support. It's the frickin' Necrons.
Either that or we're playing Stargate now.
Nah, those suckers need life support.
Okay.
Yeah, no, dude's just keeping an eye out. We've been checking in semi-periodically with Cap, just, making sure everything's cool. But no activity at all. Just sitting there letting us burn into it for a half an hour.
It hasn't been a full half hour. You've still got a little bit of time left. You've only breached the outer airlock at this point. But yeah, just sitting there letting you break into it.
All right.
Laser cut run away.
Is it what?
So wait, are we getting in through that airlock, or are we laser cutting away at them?
Oh, I kind of assumed that not using a ship-based cutter basically means you're finding the least secure point and cutting your way into it, and that to me is always going to be the airlock.
Mm-hmm.
So
it'll just be a wrecked airlock.
It'll be a wrecked airlock, yeah. So yeah, to me, that's the only way to get into another ship without cutting it in half.
Oh yeah.
Or blowing a hole into it. And
which, given the current condition of said ship, we don't necessarily want to do more damage because, well,
yeah, that was
more
the debate.
Significant damage, yeah.
I think we could
disable their drives, but we could literally blow up the whole ship, which we don't particularly want to do.
We got stuff to steal.
Hopefully.
I was gonna say, those bastards are sitting on a stuff system.
And Cap, Eileen, and Nemo are looking. They're able to pull away the outer airlock door and either let it drift into space or you just float beside you. There's no reattaching it no matter what, so it doesn't really matter.
They didn't just cut through the lock itself.
I think the door has to be taken away completely.
Okay.
I think all the locking mechanism and everything is just one point on the door, so it has to be cut through at multiple points. And in front of you is a small, not pressurized airlock. The door on the other side of it appears to be still closed. It's only about 2 meters on each side inside that little dent in the ship.
Does it have a viewport?
Inside the airlock?
Well, yeah, there's a door. Basically an opening that can be opened and closed. It might have a viewport, so you can see if anyone's in the airlock.
Viewport. I thought I misheard you. I thought you asked if it had a fuel port. Yes,
Well, I'm sure they have one too.
It does have a window. Yes.
Pauline would just ask Eileen to hold the drone up so the drone can look through with the sensors to see if the corridor behind it is clear.
Eileen nods and goes into the room a little bit. Makes sure that she's not actually visible behind the window herself and holds the drone up to look through. Colleen's signal is getting scrambled.
Well, I still got some power in there.
Eileen looks back at Cap and says, "They've got the QECM still running. Colleen can't get anything."
Not good, not bad. Mostly bad.
Hey, Colleen, you said the life support shut down. Are they running on vacuum in there, or are they still Is they still pressurized? You able to tell?
Probably not, but as long as they run the ECM.
Yeah, that's something that's a little bit too specific, I think, for ship sensors to be able to pick out.
Right. Well, just make sure to keep a hold on something, Cap. If you blow that door, you're likely to pop that ship like a balloon if they're still pressurized.
We'll be careful.
Can't guarantee they got enough juice for the emergency blockheads to come down and close off sections. I mean, it'd be one way to guarantee that ain't nobody left alive in there, but it seems like it'd be a giant hassle.
I mean, not that I won't particularly want to, but I might have to come over to override their systems if they're still in control there.
Yeah, I'd say let Cap sweep it first.
And I'll note, as far as both physics and science fiction goes, cutting through the inner airlock would not cause a explosive decompression. The act of cutting through would create a hole small enough that, yes, if it's pressurized inside, air will start blowing out, but it'll just start blowing out like air through a straw.
Oh yeah, you're like poking a hole in a balloon.
Yeah.
Through the thick part where you just get that.
Yes.
So the ship's not spiraling away through space.
Well, if you blew out the outside door and then cut a hole in the inside door, thanks to physics, yeah. In a very small way, the ship would start moving in the other direction.
In a very, very minuscule way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. a much better way of doing that would be to actually blow a huge hole.
Mm-hmm.
No, I wanted to corkscrew away like a balloon with a hole in it.
But in space, you can't hear it go.
Colleen usually adds her own sound effects.
She edits them in post.
No, just surprised them herself.
Does that mean there's a whole bunch of security videos that have been edited on her little terminal with the Benny Hill music running around in the background?
Yes. Not that I can really guarantee.
What are Cap, Eileen, and Nemo doing?
Break it into the ship.
All right, you continue cutting. With your first few minutes of cutting through, you can be certain that the ship is not pressurized inside, as there is no hot metal that is being blown out like soda from a straw. And you continue cutting through. Takes another approximately 10 minutes, and you can pull away the inner airlock door. Let's see. You guys are gonna love this.
Now, question: if they're still running the quantum ECM, that means the communication should cut out too the second they're really inside that ship.
I vaguely remember it being more a matter of complex commands and signals. I thought you could still talk through quantum ECM.
Well, they didn't specify, but by the nature of how ECM works, which scrambles all the frequencies, that's kind of why they make the big thing about, hey, drones still work with line of sight.
Right.
And you have like communication things that work on orienting the laser to avoid things like that.
Yeah, I just don't remember anything about it scrambling regular communications.
Well,
So then you've got analog radio.
Yeah.
Also got analog radio in your suits, so you should be fine.
Hey there, Mel. That's alright. You're just in time.
I was gonna say perfect timing.
Yeah. Let's just go with your. Well, it would be easiest if you guys had your own compad server, I think.
Well, technically the ship is one, and we have one. It's just ECM tends to scramble frequencies.
Didn't we have one built into Nemo's head?
There is one built into Nemo's head, but you guys aren't using it. I mean, you have. I don't know if that has become a widespread or common thing yet. Didn't think it
Choose
had.
your suit, it's fine.
I mean, we do have a com server.
We've also got a suit. All vac suits have radio.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Do vac suits have radio in them?
Yeah, all vac suits have radio, so you can contact each other.
Okay. So what's the question, Nick?
The question is, does quantum ECM scramble wireless communication that's not basically laser line of sight?
No, otherwise Wi-Fi would be fucked at all government buildings and businesses.
That's what Crawford said. It's not in residential areas.
Yeah, and the government buildings will connect physically to an internet, typically. But it does say, or it does suggest that you wouldn't be able to use Wi-Fi inside that building.
I guess that's the question: is the quantum ECM only quantum? Does it affect non-quantum communications?
It's the quantum is just there as a magic buzzword, really.
Gotcha.
It's not there to say it's affecting only quantum. It's just there to say this is better than ECM.
It's a bad word to use for that then, but yeah, I get it.
Unless except in those instances where I want communications to stop at a certain point, I don't want quantum ECM to always be a logistical communications nightmare. So I'm just going to say that I think it describes it somewhat similarly to this in the book somewhere, that it's just too much for actual control of quantum. I actually want to look up what it says.
I suppose it would make sense if it was enough to interfere with anything that actually requires high bandwidth, high precision communication, drones, and all that kind of shit. But basic analog voice communication,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit, we've been doing that with amplitude modification radio signals for
Yeah, but then you
more than
have
a century at this point.
cell phone jammers for prisons and things like that. So, not to mention military voice, you can scramble that shit super easy. That's what I was asking. Because normally ECM just blankets everything, and sure, normally, unless you have a hardline, nothing gets through. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, really just depends on how far down the technology line the ECM goes.
Yep, that's why I figured I'd ask.
It looks like he's using it really just to prevent those couple of things. To prevent complete electronic warfare, to prevent nukes from being an issue on all planets.
Well, I mean, that's why I had nuke sniffers.
Here we go. Most computing devices were not overly susceptible to quantum tap disruption. Onboard error checking solved out the static quickly and ordinary operation followed. For the split-second timing required by guided weaponry, however, those few milliseconds of confusion were lethal. So,
Okay.
there we go. Yeah, it's just, it really is just supposed to be a in-universe narrative way to make nukes not just the go-to for taking out planetary governments. Advanced planetary governments. Oops. Alright, you guys can communicate with each other just fine. However, Colleen's drone is not able to get any sensor readings or communications back to Colleen because it's not able to receive any signals from Colleen. Alright, you should have characters on a map somewhere. Hint, it's near the bottom.
Yep, I found it.
And Eileen has her proper face now.
Thought it was Nemo who can grow them.
Eileen was momentarily turned into a anime character, kind of. Alright. Who is well, I know Eileen is actively in the airlock right here. Oh. That's right, you guys can't see past that first door. Can you move past that first door?
Nope.
Ah, okay, that's what the thing is. I can. You can't. Okay.
I mean, all I get
There
is
you go.
a black screen. But I have no character on the map, so it doesn't matter.
Well, with the quantum ECM, that feels oddly appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen nothing.
If you want, you can still bring it up on Twitch.
I'm not worried about it.
It really would
Yeah,
be
I'm not
quite
worried.
problematic for me to get all of to let all of you see from all characters like I have
Oh,
for
yeah.
myself for the stream. But I don't mind you pulling it up and looking if you want to watch along.
Maybe later. This is more interesting. I can't see what Cap sees.
Yeah. There is a not there is a
question.
yes.
What happened last time?
Oh, yeah, that's right. You
Oh.
came in late and you missed the recap, and you weren't here last time, yeah.
There's no recap posted.
No, I didn't get finished with it. let's see. You were
So,
here for the
where
distress
are we?
signal. You were here when this
Yes.
distressed ship began giving chase. So
Yes,
what
and that's it.
ultimately happened is, you guys outran that ship. It then turned towards the other ship, and then you guys gave chase to this ship, and you caught up to it. Exchanged. Well,
Wait,
didn't
what?
exchange. You shot it a couple times, and now you're boarding. The one significant event in all of this is at some point while you guys were chasing this ship before it could get to the other ship, it stopped in the middle of space and went invisible to sensors and sight.
Wait, so we decided to run away, and then we decided to turn around and chase it instead.
Yes, because Cap did not want it getting to the other ship that you guys put the trid on.
Yeah, I think we figured we'd lead them away and let that other ship get away because we felt that they couldn't catch us and it wasn't a big deal. And then when they turned around and went for the other ship, it was like, oh,
Oh,
yeah,
well, shit.
we were totally supposed to trying to protect those guys. All right, fuck it.
So the chase basically turned into a Benny Hill scene.
It did.
Mm-hmm. Or Scooby Doo.
And now you've just finished lasering your way into the other ship.
Yes, we made short work of them when we caught up with them. They did go invisible for a bit, though.
Mm-hmm. And none of the
in
characters had any explanation for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In character or out of character. There ain't nothing in the book.
Nope. All
They
right.
just fucking disappeared.
Is that good,
Yeah.
Nemo? Or Mel? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're about to breach with Cap.
I was just wondering where we were and what we were doing.
Oh yeah,
Go-
they also have no life support, and we didn't detect any life signs.
Yes. Go ahead and place yourselves where you want to be in this. You do not have to stay off of each other's toes. You can crowd right in there if you all want to. Being outside basically means you're still clinging to the outside of the ship.
And the cat has taken over half my chair again.
Mel? Are you able to move Nemo?
Yes, I just can't use the arrows. I have to drag and drop it.
Yeah, that would probably be because I'm not using the grid, I think. There is no other square for him to go to.
Ah.
Interesting. I did not even think of that as a side effect. I don't ever use the drag and drop, so didn't know that would affect anything.
It does.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not going to go back to using the grid. I love not having a grid. If you would put part of his pog circle touching the wall so that he is effectively close enough to be holding on to it. Okay. Eileen looks back at Cap and basically not asks, but signals if she's ready for her to fling out the inner airlock.
All right, let's do it.
She braces herself against the part that the ship that's still solid, and makes sure that she's not going to hit Nemo in the face with it, and wrenches open that inner airlock door. And in front of you, you see what is clearly arranged cover across the span of a cargo bay, and some obvious androids. Some obvious androids with weapons leveled at you.
Obvious androids are obvious.
Obvious androids are obvious.
And that also explains the no need for life support.
Which is kind of what we were expecting. How many?
You can see 3 of them. Those are the droids you were looking for. Let's go ahead and get you guys some initiative rolls.
Oh, that is not one of Cap's strengths.
It's a D8. Everyone's a D8.
I know, but I always seem to roll moderately poorly.
Now let's see how this works. Oh, good. It does let me just select and roll. Ignore the rolls behind the curtain. You only see 3. Anybody else on the ship want to take actions and roll initiative?
Cap will communicate. We got androids.
I can't really think of much Hugo can do. Because he's all alone.
That's fine.
Well, I'll say all alone, but he takes a spacewalk a bit to get across.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Mm-hmm.
if dude decided to try to jump over, we're talking at least a couple of minutes to make it over to the ship and get in, right?
It would be at least 1 minute. You've got a fair amount of your own ship to traverse before you can
Right.
get there.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's hanging out in the airlock, but I figured.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But it would probably still be a process.
Yes, it would still be. Well, not necessarily, because you said that Hugo got within 100 meters.
Yeah, I got within as close as I could.
So really, that's just how hard can dude jump and not break his limbs on impact. The force of his jump strength alone should not be enough that he would hurt himself. So he could actually make it over there in. Does he have an exert score?
+0.
He actually does have 1 level of exert. On a, I'll say that he can make it over there in 3 rounds, and drop that down to 2 rounds if he can make a DC 8.
Okay. He's already vac suited up. He's already got his combat shotgun. Just a quick burst communication from dude. Cap, you want me to come over? You want me to stay in the airlock and guard the ship just in case? What you want?
Guard the ship.
Alright,
Alright.
that's about all you can get.
That works for me.
Does anybody want to play Eileen for this encounter? Let me rephrase that. Which of you would like to play Eileen for this encounter?
I was gonna say. Might as well,
I can
because
do it.
you can't, because of ECM, you can't play your drone. So
Yeah, I don't care who does it. Just
Could
take
if I
that.
wanted to, I just need line of sight, which is a bad idea.
I'll do it so I can actually see the map.
Okay.
Or, well, there you go.
I can actually see what's going on, because I just see black.
That, and as a pirate, he gets the least amount of action, so go for
Yeah.
it.
That's
Yes.
Have fun.
Let's see.
We're glad you're our pilot, though.
Pilots are very
we're
useful.
happy to have we're happy to have you.
Pilots are indeed very useful.
I'm tempted to roll on initiative just in case Mike actually does pull the. Oh, and by the way, there's people crawling on your ship. But
Well, if I do that, then I will call for an initiative from everyone else.
Let's say
All
if
on the
a frigate
ship.
can have a crew of like 100. There could be 100 androids.
Okay. Are you able to see the map now, Ben?
No.
Really?
No. Do I have access to our sheet?
I just gave it to you. You've already got her in your journal. I've already
Yeah.
said that you can edit. And let me check one other thing. I'll check something on the POG here.
I'll
Might
drag
need
myself
control
on, then
by-
I'll just be in her space.
Nope. This is supposed to work how I want it to work.
Wait, no, right, she's down there. She's there.
Oh, so you can
but
see that now?
that's- No, I can't see it. It's all black, but I
You
can,
can
I can
you can
highlight.
see her POG.
No, I can't see anything. I can just highlight it. Highlight it. That's it.
Okay, interesting. Represents character. That's set. Player permissions.
I'll refresh just in case.
Oh, has sight. I believe I need to give her sight then.
that is also a thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. that was the thing that was missing. There you go. Now can you see?
Oh, there we go. I see blackness. I don't see pog. I see like a room layout, but I don't see pogs.
Really?
Yeah.
Move her a little bit again.
One sec. Let me just disable my tools, just in case it's that. No, it's yeah. I'll
Well,
take a
for
picture
some
of what
reason
it is.
the token has not saved its has sight state.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
I see. Whatever you've done, I see.
Okay. For whatever reason, the state has sight did not save.
Yep, there we
Okay.
go. I can. Yep, update. It's good.
Okay, please let go of the POG for a second.
It's all yours.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, it was just her that was giving me some trouble moving her. I think it may have been because you were holding on to her or something. No, no.
Probably.
No, it's Opera doesn't handle well the moving pogs that have sight.
I can move her.
That's fine. Perfect. All right, everybody is in initiative. Let me sort this. Oh dear.
Yes, Android. My nose. Wait. I'll roll for Eileen. I don't think Eileen.
Eileen did not get a roll. That's correct.
You got a 6.
Hey,
At least it interrupts their flow.
it does. Yeah. And resorting it for some reason put Cap above one of them that had the same score.
Player
Good.
always goes first.
Not according to Roll20. I didn't realize that it had put you below the other 4.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we survive. Well, hopefully you survive.
I'm rolling initiative because Colleen just realized there might be frickin' casualties. So she's actually grabbing shit from the medbay and makes her way to the damn airlock.
Did it put Colleen on there?
Probably not, cause no pog.
No, it did not. Alright, I will drop a pog for you. Helene is not actually out in space. Go ahead and re-roll her initiative and I'll adjust.
Hey, no need to adjust.
Or I'll just let the dice fall where they do. Okay, let's see. Cap is above that one. And what was just rolled there? It was fate. Okay. All right. You all have cover inside the airlock. And Nemo is not really targetable. But if you try to fight from inside the airlock, you will have penalties if there's more than one of you in there. Sharing that much space does not make for easy fighting. Guess that doesn't actually make any sense because you could both be on either side of a door. So yeah, no, I will not assign any penalties there.
Or they can just form fire ranks.
I don't know what that is, but it is Android 22N4.
One goes prone on the ground, the next rank kneels, and the last one stands. You can bring 3 guns to bear.
Yep. Zulu.
Android 22N-4. You see a... So, hang on real quick. Preemptive cough. The androids in front of you are not trying to have any more of a human appearance than simply having a human-like face, bipedal, human-shaped body, breasts, just to carry on the appearance. And these androids actually do have, like their Pog, a kind of ponytail of connecting wires. That ponytail appears functional. Those wires and cords end in plugs that could be plugged in for charging or for port access or various other needs. These are all very sturdily built androids. They look like they were assembled for, if not actual combat, then, well, because they're not actually very heavily armored, then for excuse me, for some kind of industrial physical work. They are packing combat field uniforms over their android frame, and you can see that 1-8 and 7-0 are both, actually all 3 that you can see are packing void carbines.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds bad.
It's
It's
a
Zero-G gun.
It's a submachine gun that's designed not to puncture interior hull and has 0 recoil. So if you weren't able to be anchored, which they all appear to be anchored to the floor, probably the same grav boots that we're assuming that you have, or magnetic boots that we're assuming you have, you'd be able to fire it in space without sending yourself spinning like a deflating balloon. The one that's right now at the very far end of the cargo bay, she's not holding her carbine. She is she stands, exposes herself a little bit more than that cover should allow, but extends her arm, and you can see it heating up, and some nodules, something going on at the side of her forearm. She flexes her hand, and a white-hot burst of plasma comes flying at Eileen.
Ouch.
Oh, that is a heavy enough hit. Let's see, she's got 34 hit points. I'm going to try and describe combat better too. Not every single point of damage is actually, oh, it hit you, because a lot of these things, if they hit you, it wouldn't matter what damage they did. So this doesn't actually hit her. She's able to stream and strain herself to just duck and slam herself against the wall. It's that adrenaline surge and the strain in her muscles that is representing the damage, and also the bruising she's taken from slamming into the wall.
I'm surprised. So you're saying that it doesn't that it won't on average take 3 direct hits from an anti-tank missile to put down Cap?
No, it will not.
I just think 4. I don't think 3 is enough with average rolls.
Yeah. It took a Reddit post that I got myself involved in to further explore how lazy my DMing has gotten. And actually, this isn't something that I've done a good job of in the past. But yeah, I want hit points to be better
Then
representation of
just
what they're
take
supposed to.
damage and
Yeah. And it was described very well how this damage can represent the bruising that you take diving into cover, or diving away from a shot that you see coming at you, or that you see somebody aiming at you. The Syrian plasma as it passes, that's also reasonable. There are some scorches on her vac suit, although that's not getting to her skin, but everything else is. Alright, and that makes it 7B3's turn. And because it's been so long since we've had combat, to remind people, when you are moving a POG, you can move 10 meters. You don't have to move in straight lines, you just have to avoid obstacles. You can move through another player, and if you right click while you click, hold, and drag, and then right click, it will place a little waypoint there and let you draw snaking lines from that. It also measures the distance that you go when you do that. Like that. That android went 8.4 meters and looks over its shoulder at the 3 of you and throws open this door over here. Where is my... Nope, wrong one. There we go. Looks like you can see inside there, so what you see inside that door past the android is looks like that's a vac suit closet. Is Colleen doing anything this round?
Yeah.
What is she
Racing
doing?
to the med bay.
Okay.
Racing to the med bay to get stuff, and then racing to the airlock. So,
Eileen.
Eileen is going to... So are these behind cover?
Those are behind cover. And you can move in and stop as long as you make sure it's calculating how far you've moved, and then change the direction that you go.
And this one is out of cover, correct?
That one is out of cover, correct?
shoot that one in the back then.
Okay.
Phew.
Roll
No
it.
modifier. Well done. Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, the attack is working. Why is the attack not working?
I don't know. Do you have it on edit mode by any chance? Oh,
I just had it.
you know what? I didn't. Yeah, I remember now that that was something I was going to try and fix.
What
Not try
weapon
and
will
fix.
she have?
Yeah, what weapon did she have? You guys have access to laser weaponry, right?
Yep. Well, and she originally had a laser rifle anyway, but
Laser
No, she
rifle.
didn't get to take that with her. She came onto your ship without armor and without weapons.
Yeah, I
We
don't
have
think
an armory.
we
I
ever.
presume she'll grab one.
Yeah. You can equip her with armor that's reasonable for her to have. You guys have an armory, and you can
Yeah,
equip
combat
her
uniforms?
with a. She would prefer a laser rifle.
Yeah, didn't we?
Is
equip
she
a
wearing the
TL3
other?
armor, right?
Is she wearing the other shield thing we have, or someone else? Didn't we have two of those?
yeah, didn't she grab one?
I don't know. Did So Cap is wearing one of those, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And no one else would obviously be wearing it at this moment, so certainly.
Okay.
I
Should've
don't
been
have
good.
it. I don't have it on Nemo sheet, so
That's fine. Go ahead and
Oh.
equip her in the deflector array. Yeah, the deflector array.
Yep.
She is 18,
Okay.
18. AC 18. And laser rifle. Her attack
there we
bonus
go.
is, yep, 1 because she's a martial human. There you go. Sorry about that. I had intended to get all of that set up correctly before I went to sleep. Did not. And that was a burst. Laser blasts pelt across the wall next to Android 7B3, but she is able to, or it is able to, duck and avoid any of the actual physical beams.
And I presume she'll stay here to protect the others.
Okay. One -8 has a better shot at Cap. It's firing in her direction. Bullets go flying out the airlock and smattering against the hole that Cap's taking cover behind. This is going to be a shot in Eileen's direction. Not enough.
Nope.
Interesting. Okay. Cap.
Cap is going to shoot at Android 1-8.
Okay.
And probably not hit.
That is not going to harass 1-8. She is it is safe ducking behind its cover. Does cat move?
No, she's gonna stay where she's at because she at least can see.
Okay.
She's
I mean,
got
you
partial
are a
cover.
warrior if you really wanted to.
Oops.
I get to re-roll, right?
No, make it hit.
No, you can.
Oh,
make
that's
either
right. I
make
can make it
it
hit.
or you can make something miss.
Hmm.
Do you want to live or do you want to kill them?
Yeah, that's the trade-off is you can only do one each combat.
One.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna save it for now.
Was that critical? He's gonna roll at some point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nemo. Get in there.
Who's that,
yeah.
Captain?
One second.
Nemo, get
I
in there.
forgot to move this away when that other android came out. And I also got the numbers mixed up. I should not have named two of them with a -2. What the fuck is going on here? And why? Thank you. Alright.
This week on Robot Wars.
Okay, there we go. The mix-up does not materially affect anything. Nemo.
Nemo, unfortunately, does not include a self-rising mechanism, so he might be in trouble here.
A what?
A what mechanism?
Robot Wars is free mech.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind.
Okay.
Just reference to Nick's Robot Wars joke.
Ah.
Self-riding mechanism.
Yeah.
So you get eliminated in Robot Wars for being flipped over.
Ah.
Yeah.
Right. So Nemo can still move through the crowd in the airlock,
Yes, you can.
and it'll show me the distance just by dragging across.
You'll need to, at some point in your movement, right-click, because right-click places a waypoint in your travel. Just make sure that you keep on holding the left click.
I can move 10 meters for an action,
10 meters, one action, correct.
so I can't reach any of them.
You cannot reach any of them. There are doors that, as long as they're not locked, do not cost anything to move into. Or, well, to open.
6 meters here.
Mhm.
Well, so that little partial box that extrude from the wall, is that cover?
Which one over here?
How do you ping?
Hold
Just
left
hold
click.
down left click.
Oh,
This one.
that is a door. Sorry.
The door. Open that.
Okay.
And move inside.
And for clarity, it is also a door over here behind this android.
Yes.
Okay. That is only 8.6 meters. You still got 1.4 if you want to move.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Yeah.
Do you take any other actions?
There, that's 10.
Okay.
Well, there's not much I can do. I can't double move, can I?
You can.
You can?
Yes. You convert your main action to a move and can use it how you like.
Guess I move up to here.
Okay. As Nemo is running through the ship, you, the rest of you, see the other androids looking in his direction past the wall, and they are, well, they actually just excuse me. Hang on. They just shout at each other in a very militaristic manner, reporting his location. And you see Android 1-8 preparing to abandon her cover. Its cover. She is not a she. Preparing to abandon its cover. At the end of Nemo's turn.
Yep.
Okay. 22N-4 tells 1-8 to hold position and meet the intruder. And fires downrange at Eileen again. The same growing plasma, contained plasma, is arcing out just on the side of her forearm. I'm just gonna use her. I don't care. Fuck it. And streaks down towards you guys in the airlock. This one is not enough to harry Eileen. She's seen this coming once, and she's able to rather easily avoid the worst of it without bruising or any additional strain. Seven. Nope, she doesn't move yet. 7B-3 turns around, does the same thing as 22N4, except this one is firing at Cap. Still not going to be enough. She moves inside and starts twisting a valve on the floor. Colleen continues running. Eileen.
Eileen. You'll lean out of cover and run over here to the doorway. And then... Wait, are all these doors as well?
All those are doors as well.
Well, she's gonna shoot at 7-0.
Okay. Oh man, I've been forgetting to give everybody cover. It's okay, I don't think anything that has hit has not hit by a large amount. That's right. And that is another one of those hit by a large amount. Wouldn't have even mattered about cover.
Yeah, and Eileen's gonna stay here, as she cannot move further.
Okay. Well, she can't because she's fired. Excuse me. Eileen's laser carves up chunks of the cover that Android 7-0 is taking cover behind. Carves up chunks of the crate that 7-0 is taking cover behind. And she pokes her head and shoulders out to try and level a shot at Eileen. One of those laser trails scrapes her right across the shoulder. And she ducks back down. It was a good hit. 1-8 acknowledges the order, and she opens the door. That's fucking this up. Okay, there we go.
Hodor.
Hodor.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Is It's been a little bit. Obviously, we're not running open mic, so dude's not hearing. Actually, no, they're running in vacuum, so he wouldn't hear gunfire anyway. So never mind.
Why is it obvious that it's not running open mic?
Well, it wouldn't matter anyway. Even
Oh,
if
you have a vac suit.
yeah, but dude wouldn't hear the gunfire coming from the androids. and all
Oh,
that kind of
you're talking about the gunfire itself. That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. I wasn't sure if I thought you were going for hearing them talk as they say shots fired and shit. Android moves into the doorway, and as she's rising from her cover and trying moderate success to keep the door and wall cover against incoming fire, although that doesn't help against Eileen, she is pulling a baton from a compartment in her leg and swinging that at Nemo.
Okay.
Oh, that was almost a 20.
That's less.
Alright. Is his armor class 15 or less?
I believe his armor class is 16.
He does not take shock damage. Alright.
Plus 15 AC from armor and plus 1 from dex. So yeah, 16.
Okay. Wait, does Mel, you should know this, you're doing shock damage and we've been in so many fights. Does shock damage value count dexterity?
Yeah, it just looks for AC.
It just looks
No. Are you on about the shock damage EG1?
Yes.
It does not take into dex unless you go specific focus.
Okay. So then it's looking for the armor value of the actual armor worn, right?
Yep, so... Well, no, it's just if their AC is 15 or less. Total AC, doesn't matter about armor.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
total AC is-
including dex,
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
if someone
Yep.
had somehow a +4 dex, then something that did shock on 13 would not do shock to them.
No, because they're dexterous enough.
Yep.
Okay.
It doesn't say anything about ignoring dex.
Okay, good. Sorry.
that's so-
Shock damage
that's-
always includes the wielders attribute modifier and any bonus damage granted by weapon mods, foci, blah blah blah.
Sorry, I'm kind of new to combat in this game, so.
If that someone wanted to do shock damage to that person, then they should take the shocking assault focus.
They certainly should. 7-0 is retargeting on Eileen and calling out, moving into the mess. Void carbine bullets impact against the wall again beside Eileen, and they kind of just fall dead and flat. I don't know. That seems like it would reduce their damage to me, but that's somehow they do not pierce Starship interior walling. They are supposed to be a lower power weapon. 3-2, getting the right one this time. Moves over here. Is not in cover. takes a shot at Cap and those in the airlock. Wow, these guys are rolling awesome. Cap. More bullets flying against the cover that she's taken behind that doorway and out into the unknown.
Alrighty. Which was the one trying to open a hatch?
That one is all the way over here, and she is actually kneeling down on the floor. She's no longer a target from where you're at.
Okay.
Appears that 3-2 is covering her.
Alright. Then go after 3-2.
Okay. That is going to hit. What's funny is that looks like a 9 on the die. That is a 9 on the die. Wow.
Yes.
Well, modifiers.
That
Explains
is...
why there's a 9.
And it actually should be a 18. I see your attack bonus is 5 and should be a 6.
Oh. Would that other one have hit then?
I don't know, and I'm not going
It
to
was
go
a
back.
13? Yeah.
No, a 13 wouldn't have. A 14 would not have hit.
Hey, a girl can try.
Bullets fleck against the interior ship plating there and the doorway, and you see that the android is taking damage because she specifically is not attempting to avoid being hit by anything that could possibly get in and disrupt her companion. There's a very clear intent there.
Which, you want to stop them both?
Does Cap move?
Nope.
Android 5-2 does not have a very... Oh, 5-2 can fire on Eileen. I forgot to have them take their ready to actions. Damn it. Oh well.
Too late now.
It is.
Protects Baxies.
They would both have gone against Nemo. This is 5-2. Void Carbine on Eileen.
Miss.
They cannot roll except for that one first big hit. Nemo.
Mm-hmm.
Go after the one by the door.
Mean the one he's engaged with?
The one guarding the one opening the hatch.
Nemo would have to move Android 1-8 in order to get past her.
Yeah, it's
Alright,
currently
well, then
engaged
never
with
mind.
one.
Actually, Cap would say something more like on my target.
But it's... I can't move past the...
I know. Just in general.
Yes. Oh, so Mike, there. I can't move through that android space, correct?
That's correct. That's not a hard general rule that you can't move through another character or enemy's space. It's just that in this case, she is blocking the door, so you would have to take a move other person action, and I'm currently looking that up.
It's like a shove.
Yeah, you'd basically have to shove her. It's under forcing enemy movement on page 52 if you're interested. But it is, to summarize, you have to hit them with a punch attack, doing no damage, and then win an opposed punch or exert skill check.
Also, aren't they wearing magnetic boots?
Yeah, but they're not like locked down to the floor magnetic boots. I don't want that to complicate a complicated combat maneuver. Sorry, I don't want that to further complicate a complicated combat complication and maneuver.
Yes. I am going to punch it.
Okay. Yeah, the magnetic boots are just to provide enough staying force to keep you on the ground, but still allow you to move.
15?
That is not enough to overcome its AC. Its AC is 16.
That would hit because he's not updated his attack bonus. Yours is still 2. It should be 3.
Yes, it should be half your character level.
I thought that updated automatically. That's because my character level has been up. I must have.
Yeah, the attack bonus doesn't increase automatically. The character sheet doesn't know what your attack bonus progression is.
Because it gets complicated with partial warrior, warrior, and then non-warrior.
Yeah. So everyone check your character sheet, make sure your attack bonus is correct. If you are a warrior, it is equal to your level. So everybody's level 6. If you're a warrior, and I think Cap is the only one, your attack bonus is 6. If you are a partial... I don't think anybody here is a partial warrior, so everyone else is plus 3. And so that does hit. You want to describe it? You've managed to harass and do enough that you could physically, bodily affect this one. It's not down yet, but you've taken away half its hit points.
6 damage from.
Nope. Correct anything that is out of sorts for Nemo. Nemo, as the android is coming in at him with the stun baton, she swings and misses, and she goes in for another, and he rushes up, arm bars her above, just between chin and shoulder, pushes her back against the wall, and momentarily binds up her arm where she can't hit him again with the stun baton. That, of course, will no longer be an issue on her turn, which is for the fluff. Does that work for Nemo?
Yes, absolutely.
Alright.
I really hate to do this in the middle of combat, but I've had a lot of stuff to drink this morning, so I'll bio break real quick.
Okay. Your turn does not come up for a long time, so you're fine.
Yeah.
By the way, does the since it doesn't seem to be entirely clear, or possibly that we talked about it before, it's just been so long since last time. So the 1d6 unmodified damage Nemo does on a miss due to unarmed combat in level 2. That's stacked with this? Is that in addition to shock damage, or?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so you could potentially have done more damage on a miss.
So it's right. So so damage on a hit. So damage on a hit is 1d8 plus 2, and damage on a miss is 1d6 plus 3.
Yeah. Nemo is a threat in combat. Now that
hit is still slightly better.
a hit is still slightly better.
A hit is by a minuscule amount. A hit is better.
And actually, it is better against these guys because their AC is higher than 15.
No, they're not. Their AC is 10.
Would you mind updating your attack to reflect that? I have.
It's in shocking. I have it on my character sheet. It's on the shocking assault.
I understand. It would be. It's an easier shorthand for me.
I can just. Put it down to shock AC 10 and an unarmed attack.
Yeah, that'll work too. Yeah, I just need some kind of quick and easy visual shorthand because I have proven many times that I can't keep track of all of your characters' abilities.
Yes. I am modified that.
Thank you. 2/2 and -4. So basically, as long as you can affect them, and you can affect all the things. 2/2 and -4 frowns and takes a moment to decide, then dives from cover to cover. She is pressing herself up against the wall and the cover here, and continuing to put plasma downrange at Cap. But she is also now a threat of melee retaliation if Nemo were to try and move past the door. Of course. We'll take a momentary break while Emma returns to determine
For sure that misses, huh?
yeah, to determine whether that hits or misses. That is a big damage number. I feel like this combat is actually going faster than it usually feels like combat goes. Anybody else, is that just me, or does anybody else feel faster or slower?
I feel it's just you.
Okay.
I feel super fast.
Not helpful.
+2.
I am just hoping that if things start to go south, the Cap does actually go, "Hey dude, come on over."
That's 3 shot damage. Alright, +1 for... Alright, +1 from Dex and +1 from Punch, that makes it 3 shot damage. Okay, yeah, then the math adds up. If I took the second level of Shocking Assault, I'd do 1d6 +5 on a miss.
Yep.
Well, the other benefit of the other benefit of so much shock damage is you can't actually do less damage on your normal attack than your shock damage.
Yep.
So that what is it? 1d8 plus 2, I think you said.
Yes, 1d would become a minimum of 5, with a minimum of 5.
Yeah.
If
And
I
even
were to
now
take-
is
if I took Shocking Assault.
oh,
Right now
yeah.
it has a right now the minimum I can roll is my shock damage.
Right, I see that.
But if I were to take Shocking Assault, then yes, my minimum damage when I hit would also increase by 2.
Yeah. As Crawford pointed out, and as Hugo quoted, it is a heavy feat investment, but you are a melee monster. You go that route.
Also, assuming it presumably eventually I'll increase my punch skill higher than +1, which makes the difference. Which will make the difference larger between a hit and a miss.
Yes.
Since that'll increase the damage die.
Hey, you could be like Colleen. Do D2 damage.
Isn't that D2 -1?
Oh, and
I don't think so. It's only listed as D2 on my sheet.
I thought her
Yeah.
strength was 7.
the reduce to armor class 10 for purposes of shock damage only counts for against targets that the attack can actually harm. But well, that goes really. I don't know why they bothered writing that. That should go. That should go without saying.
It depends if they've got a assault suit on or a mech suit.
No, I think he's saying that that point should be obvious, but they're sprinkled throughout this book. There are instances of things that should be obvious, which were clarified, and things which are not obvious were not clarified. We've encountered a couple of those.
I was gonna say, so every RPG book ever.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kevin is not the perfect RPG author that is able to strip away ambiguities and make everything clear while not restrictive.
At any rate, I have the second level of unarmed combatant, so there are no enemies I can't hurt on unarmed attacks.
It's E2 because it uses either strength or dex.
Ah, that's right.
Difference of dexterity. So it is a D2.
Don't go too wild.
Can't remember what the keyboard shortcuts for switching maps are.
If you have extended shortcuts, O K M.
Okay, that was. What about lighting? Isn't that have one?
Comma.
That's
Not
right.
a comma or period.
Yes, that's right. I remember there was one for each of them.
When's the next focus we get again?
I
9?
believe it's 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got a ways.
Sorry, Mel.
I wasn't actually thinking. I just noticed that you can by stacking those up, stacking Chalk and Assault up with Savage Fray, you can do some pretty silly things.
Yep. Okay, so we paused momentarily, Emma, because Android 22N4 frowned and rolled from her cover to the other cover that was moved. She is pressed both against the side wall and against the cover, and spitting more plasma downrange at you. That plasma got an attack roll of 23 with 17 damage.
Ouch.
Would you like to miss that?
Yeah.
Okay. Cap's warrior instincts flare up. She sees that there's a shot being lined up, and that 22N4 has just a little bit too good of an angle on her, and she just switches to the other side of the door. Go ahead and mechanically move her to the other side of the door. Unless you, for some reason, don't want to be on that side of the door. No, not there. On the other side of the interior door, like here. Yeah. And plasma boils away the interior walling right where she was standing. Android 22N4 curses quietly. (7B3) finishes doing whatever it is that she's doing, and you can no longer see her at all behind 3-2.
Out of character, what are we? A handful of rounds in, like maybe 20-30 seconds?
Colleen has gotten 2 turns of running. She's about to get her third. So, 18 seconds.
Alright. Just trying to decide when dude will ask for an update, but yeah, 18 seconds is too short.
In a firefight, it's not really.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
I guess
totally
he's
up to
hoping that. I think he's hoping Cap will update him, but or if she needs help.
You
we'll
can
see.
hear her cursing profusely.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't hear the firefight, but he can probably you can hear her going nuts.
Colleen, give me an
God
exert
damn!
check.
Yeah.
Plasma.
I am in calling for that exert check. I am assuming that Colleen is racing as fast as she can and is not just kind of lackadaisical jogging. Yes, no?
I was gonna say if you're talking, Nick, we can't hear you.
Let's presume the dawdling fellow wouldn't told otherwise. La 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 la.
I am going to say, though, that if there's been 2 rounds of Cap cursing profusely, and this is obviously not going well, that dude is going to prep himself to take a jump out and go across. Let me know when you would want me to insert into turn order.
Really, whenever you want. You can treat this as if you've had a ready to action every round. And you can insert technically before, but for this, to make it easy, after whoever's turn it is when you decide.
I mean, I kind of like the idea of whatever that shot was that Cap just dodged the fuck out of, and her breaking out in something very colorful along the lines of Jesus fucking Christ. Dude would probably take that as a hint to, I should probably get over there. That sounded really nasty.
Okay.
So if we get Nick back, I think I'll
I am.
go after.
But Linus keeps doing what she's doing.
Okay.
Unless she's there.
So
Okay.
the question is Colleen sprinting or is she jogging?
Oh, she's been sprinting.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an exert check.
There you go.
Okay. She will be there next round. Dude, go ahead and roll. Let me give you a pog. Hang on.
Gotcha.
It's about to have you roll, but you need a pog for that.
Yeah, roll 20 still goes, I'll roll initiative. Alright, fuck you. No pog.
Yeah. Alright, go ahead and select the pog and roll. There you go. And make that a 6. And I believe I can just make it your turn.
Alright. I imagine an exert check to jump over.
Yep, you're trying to cut off 1 round of travel.
Yep. Without breaking my leg on the other end.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry about your leg in 0G.
Strength or con?
This is gonna be strength. The exert check is really to see how fast you can get yourself moving.
Oh yeah.
I still can't imagine that anybody can jump hard enough that if they were in 0G they would do damage to themselves upon impact with something. Okay.
It feels weird. I got to imagine somebody's done the science on it, but yeah.
Yeah. That is
Probably
going
not,
to
yeah.
take 3 rounds to get across space with that roll.
And nothing to do to speed it up in the meantime, because he's just float through space.
Well, you and I should have said this or brought this back up with Nick, though I assume Nick remembers. You and Colleen are both experts and can re-roll if you want to.
He remembers, but
Okay.
this is an exert check.
Yeah, I figured that you didn't need any reminding,
And
but
it's
maybe
not a door.
a little bit sometimes.
Last
it's
time I
just
fought
like
a door and lost both times.
No?
use it on this or use it on something else. That's always the question. 3 rounds is a long time now. Fuck it, I'll burn it.
Okay, you're shooting for a DC 8 to make it into 2 rounds. That'll do it. All right.
By 1.
Just
Eileen?
need to make it, so
Sorry, not sure if you heard me. I was on the verge of a cough. Eileen. Ben?
Yeah, I was debating. Yeah, fuck it. Eileen's gonna try and help out the cyborg and shoot the laser rifle.
Not a cyborg, he's an android. There's a considerable difference. In fact, there's a material difference.
Yeah, an organic difference, and that's a miss.
Cap is the cyborg.
We don't know what Cap is.
Which androids are you helping here? Is this the stunning betrayal?
I don't think that's gonna hit any of it. I'm pretty sure that's not gonna hit any of them.
No.
Curse
Is
your
Eileen moving?
sudden but inevitable betrayal.
No movement from Eileen? Okay.
No, she's gonna stay here.
Okay. Alright. 1-8 frees up her arm from Nemo and tries to smash him again. That looks like that'll hit.
That one is a hit. Yes.
Okay.
Ouch. So
She
much.
pushes him back, pushes herself off the wall. She is built extremely strong and just needed to get the right leverage. Puts a little bit of strain in Nemo's own servers to prevent him from toppling over. Did I say servers? I meant servos. His mechanical bits.
Yes. Doesn't require any kind of saving throw, or does
No,
strain
that's
or anything else? Goes.
no, that's just fluff to describe why
Okay.
he's taking hit point damage without
I mean,
actually being hit.
since it's a stun baton. Just if it had a
Oh, I see. I don't think so. I think the stun. I'll look it up, but I'm pretty sure the stun part of it is just to explain it being a advanced melee weapon instead of primitive.
Yeah.
It actually just says you can't kill someone with it.
Oh, okay.
If they drop to 0 hit points, will not kill them. Victim awaking in 10 minutes with 1 hit points.
Okay. Yeah, there's no additional effect against Nemo or androids for a stun baton.
Nope.
Okay.
Not a suit dropper.
So, ouch.
Okay.
It's okay. If you go down, we can bring you back up.
We have pointed out before how much easier, safer it is for Nemo to lose hit points than others.
On the bright side, if you bring these down, we can repurpose them. Or crew! Nemo can command a whole squad of killer robots.
Let's see. (7-0) fires on Eileen as she is breaking cover and moving towards 3-2. Oh, that was almost 20 again. Alright. Three, two stands a little bit farther away so that it's not quite such a confusing mess up there. And actually, she just goes and takes cover here. And with that move, she's got a shot at Cap. Oof.
Yes, that 20.
That's another hit and 7 damage as bullets go flying and chafing just at the door frame that she's taking cover behind. A momentary let up in the flying bullets, and it is Cap's turn.
I'm just really not happy right now. Cap is going to shoot at that one.
There we go. I can hear again now. I lost sound for a moment there.
Okay. Sorry, I missed which one you were pointing at. Okay.
She's gonna go after 3-2 again.
Okay.
She did damage to that one already.
Yes.
It's a 15 hit.
A 15 does not hit.
Cap is gonna scoop back around, give herself a little bit more cover.
Okay. 3-2 is safely secure behind her cover as a few bullets hit that. 5-2 continues exchanging fire with Eileen. Looks like another hit on Eileen. Just barely.
Ouch.
Mess of bullets coming around the corner at her. She sees the deflector array power up as it narrowly saves her from actually being hit by several of them. Presses herself up against the wall. Nemo. Mel, can you hear us?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Now I can.
Very good. Nemo.
Okay. I'll return the favor to the bird that just taunt me and punch it again.
Okay.
That's not gonna hit, I assume.
That is not going to hit. Roll your d6.
Ugh.
Oh, no.
So it takes 4 damage.
That's obnoxious.
Nemo can hear its its servos whining under the strain, and lands a couple of body blows. All right. Hmm. Two, 2, and 4 moves past 1-8. Does not move out of Nemo's reach, so Nemo does not get a attack. But moves in and is actually trying to shove 1-8 out the door. She, in all of this, is powering up. Looks like a some hardened plasma, almost, and swings at Nemo.
That's a hit.
For 8 damage. And that's actually how I'm representing shock that treats everything as AC 10. Is just /dash.
Okay, that bloodies Nemo.
Okay. Colleen arrives at medbay.
Well, grab some medical supplies and braces for the airlock.
Okay. Dude, believe this is your. Well, I'll treat this as your second round of flight.
I was gonna say, did we treat the kickoff as one round?
Yeah,
Or?
we'll treat the kickoff as one round.
Okay.
That means you spend this round still in flight. You're both move and main action, but you can take a position, move your pog to a place adjacent to the outer wall.
So where I'm at right now is.
Can you see yourself?
I can totally see myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
And sorry, Mel, I was wrong. You guys get a new focus next level.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So one at next level and then one again at level 10.
Yes.
So where Cap is she's in the. Is she outside the outer door of the airlock or the inner door of the airlock?
She's outside the outer door of the airlock.
Okay, so she's on the outside of the ship shooting in.
She is.
Gotcha.
Well, she was shooting in from inside the airlock, and then she moved out for a little bit more safety.
Gotcha. I mean, if dude could, if it works out, dude would love to, smack into the ship basically on the other side.
Yeah, that's fine. Just make sure his pog is touching that outer wall, and he's got a grip. All right.
That'll be where he starts next turn.
Eileen.
Works for me.
Ali's going to shoot again at the injured one. I want to try and take that down for overwhelming Nemo. No.
No, there's just too much going on over there. She may not even pull the trigger with how much of a risk it will be to try and fire past Nemo. He's trying to smash 1A, or at least it was, and then you've got the other one that's getting in the way, and Nemo's right between the two of you. So that could be how the miss is described if you want.
Sounds good.
Okay. Does she move?
Otherwise, you start running very low on ammo at this point.
I've got 12 out of 20. Sorry,
Yeah.
I've used 12 out of 20, so I've got 8 left.
Yeah.
Yep.
Laser rifles are a pretty big clip. Alright. Android 1-8 does as ordered, and Nemo is able to make an attack. Actually? No, she's able to take a withdraw action. I totally forgot about that. Android 1-8 uses her main action, I think, to withdraw. And
Is that the heavily damaged one?
it is.
Pretty smart of it to choose the withdraw action, because it would have been instantly destroyed if it didn't.
Yes. Yeah, I know. She doesn't know that, but the withdrawal action was still the right thing to do.
Yes, there's no way it wouldn't have been destroyed by.
Yep.
I mean, if it had still been standing there on my turn, I wouldn't even have rolled an attack. I would just say kill that one.
Yep. It runs towards that hatch in the floor that you only assume exists. You haven't seen it, but you have seen an android open something and then go away. And then it is, well, you've got even more reason to assume there's a hatch there, because she literally just jumps down it. (7-0). takes cover behind that door. It does not disappear down the hatch. And doesn't actually have a good shot on anyone, so is peering around the corner. 3-2. Well, 3-2 can start firing on Eileen. Turn her fire on Eileen. Just
Miss.
Barely.
A deflector array lights up blue.
Uh-huh. Cap.
No. I'm gonna shoot 3-2.
You don't really have a... Well... You do have line of sight to her. Okay. Go for it. It's fine from outside.
Okay. Let's see if this right.
It's not a great shot, because the doors aren't, full 2 meters wide, but Cap is able to take advantage of her trying to focus on Eileen and give her a bit of a scare.
And she'll say, Eileen, get out of there. Actually, she'll tell Eileen and Nemo.
Okay.
She has a sneaking suspicion.
Android 5-2 continues to put fire downrange at Eileen.
Ouchie.
Eileen is taking a beating. Where does that put her?
And her suit rips.
Oh! Wow!
Aren't they, like, self-repairing?
Once again,
below 50 HP, it's a 50% chance.
I thought it was below
Sorry,
10
below
hit points.
10 below 10 hit points, it's a 50% chance.
And... hang on real quick. Was she below 10 hit points when she was hit? Or did that...
No,
below?
she was on 12.
Okay,
It put her below 10, so then rupture.
If a character with 10 or fewer hit points is struck by an edged weapon...
in which case... No, in which case, she's okay for now.
Yeah, and actually bullets don't
Yeah,
trigger, it's edged weapons. Edged weapons and suit rippers, or things designed to destroy suits.
Which these are not, I hope.
No. Void carbines, the self-repairing suit stuff is really good against bullets, just doesn't prevent the bullet from killing you. Kind of funny, that means that somebody killed by a bullet in space just kind of bleeds into their suit.
Yeah. Makes black pudding. A suit of black pudding.
Oh, that's lovely. Nemo.
Did Cap just tell him to get? Did Cap just tell him to get out of there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So action to disengage, I guess.
Yeah, it's a main action to disengage. And then of course you can use your move action to move.
Did you mean out of that room, or out of?
Out. It sounded like out of combat. Like, we're going.
Okay, so
Was that basically a disengage and fall back order?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm not going to disengage. I'm just going to run. So she can take an opportunity attack.
Okay.
D2. Unless. Oh no, they've got weapons. Smack.
Mel, roll a notice check.
Let's see, hybrid acuity wouldn't apply here because this doesn't involve people.
You can use it.
Presumably, I can use hybrid acuity.
You can use hyper acuity. These are well. Don't let this inform. Excuse me. Remind me, is hyper acuity one that you have to activate beforehand, or is it as an instant?
Yeah, it's an instant.
Okay.
Instant action.
Why don't you go ahead and roll, and then we'll determine if hyper acuity even needs to be discussed.
Okay. Processing back in. Seems a bit like cheating. But fair enough. Then I don't have to pay for it if I don't need it.
Wait, what?
I mean, if I roll before, it's strictly better for me. In that case, I only have to pay if I need it.
Okay. Yeah. Did I write it in such a way that you have to use it before you need it?
Yes.
Ah, okay. So then it comes down to a decision of would Nemo have activated it at any point? It doesn't matter whether I'm asking you for a notice check or not. It's whether he would have activated it at any point. And I don't think he would have, would he?
Nope.
Okay. So
no
then,
reason to.
I think that justifies hyperacuity not being usable here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead and roll. See, I can't even remember how I wrote my own stuff. That is still sufficient for Nemo to notice a fairly human-like expression as she is trying to smash another charged fist into him. She sneers, and he takes 3 shock damage. From the sneer. Or just from her fist slamming into the wall where he was just at.
Okay. And that shock damage that works against AC 16?
It does. It treats all enemies that it can affect as if they had AC 10. And what's that, Matt?
I said sneer damage.
Uh-huh.
I didn't notice that. Yeah, I suppose I am, since I haven't switched it, I am still in that persona, so that's where that was. That's why that notice check was much better than. Okay, and then I'll just do a double move. That's 10.
Oh, please do remember to right-click as you're moving, and actually, have the distance calculated properly.
Yep. That's 17.
Okay. I should clarify. When I say that, what I actually want is for you to right-click and then right-click again at each point that the character needs to turn during their movement.
Oh. Okay.
If you wanna, that's how I create those little trails, where it looks like somebody's taken a particular route, and that's how I want to represent going around obstacles, going through doors, without the I guess the benefit of counting squares on a grid.
Which also gives the benefit of marking the actual distance traveled, not just as the crow flies.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was 17 meters. So
yeah, it wasn't an issue for this, so you were easily within. That's just for future reference.
Withdrawing as ordered, Captain.
He does need to figure out where he is on the outside of the ship, though, because he can't take a jump action. Well, he can't take his move action to jump just yet. So
we did have tethers going out too.
Oh yeah, he could. Okay, never mind. He can just reattach himself to his tether, which I'm sure you anchored against the ship in some way, magnetically probably.
Yep.
Wouldn't want a silver cord going into the ship. And can start pulling himself back. So Nemo is on his way back. Or is he waiting for everyone else to be able to retreat before he starts pulling himself back?
I'll just wait there. Unless further on, I mean...
Okay.
Captain say flee, or go back to the ship.
Okay, I'm gonna...
Nemo knows her well enough by now to understand that that was her intent. We are
flee.
GTFO.
Okay, in that case, yeah, sure. I'll pull himself back to the ship.
Okay. N-4 looks over at Eileen. Her face a impassive robotic mask, and moves. She has a is clearly prepared to fire on any threat coming through that door. And she is focusing herself on the far airlock.
Well, that was nice of that. That was nice of that killer android to not kill Eileen.
Hugo gets a blip on the comm screens that he's looking at, or on the pilot screens he's looking at.
What kind of blip are we talking? Like a ship's turned up, or engines have come on, or?
No, it's a very, very small event. Very difficult to... Well, it's not very difficult to see when it first occurs, but very difficult to follow by intent. A lifeboat has been launched.
Yep, we need to get the hell out.
Yeah, Hugo's gonna be like, seems like some of them are escaping on a little boat. Like, awaiting instructions.
Get ready to get out as soon as we're in the airlock.
And so now we're both running away from each other?
Cap has an idea that something's going on.
Hugo's just gonna be making sure the engines are ready to follow the boat. He's currently making plans to follow the...
Okay.
Figures I wasted 2 rounds jumping through space.
Just to jump back. Actually, that's the point. Does dude see the lifeboat flying away since he's in space?
No, he's actually already hit the side of the ship. He's got nothing in his view except for ship.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Colleen. She is done gathering supplies.
Well, she's on her way to the airlock.
Okay. Dude.
Well, he has landed on the side of the ship. Has heard Cap making her, we're getting the hell out of here. Both Cap, Eileen, and Nemo are all out of the ship now, right?
Eileen is still in the ship.
The other ship, not our ship.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Eileen is in enemy quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Cap will point to her tether for him to grab.
Mm-hmm. Well, he grabs, but he peeks around the corner. Can he see any combatants.
Yeah, whatever he can see. I think his view gives him sight to, yeah, two of them, 7-0 and 22N4.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah, that makes... but he can't see Eileen, right?
Cannot see Eileen.
Alright. And is 22 and 4 taking cover behind something?
Yes, she is.
Okay. Gave up on the non-gendered pronouns after a while?
Very early on, yeah.
Yeah.
I even announced that I was giving up on it.
Ah.
They all kind of look like girls, so you know.
It was supposed to be a mix of male and female, but I had enough difficulty finding one pog that I wanted to use.
I was gonna say, fuck multiple pogs.
And then I decided that, yeah, they could all have been from the same line of physical model construction.
Alright.
So they all do look similar.
Makes sense. Dude kind of looks at Cap. We bugging out as soon as Eileen gets out?
Yes.
Alright. Well, we'll keep him down in cover then. And he's gonna peel off a shot at 22N-4. Mostly just to keep it in cover, but
Okay.
you never know, he might hit.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck is... Ah, there we go. Alright. Combat shotgun. Not burst.
That's a lot of dice.
Yeah, but that's probably a miss.
It is a miss, although it doesn't have no effect. Flex smatter against her cover, and even bounce off of her armor plating, and you hear her just scream in rage, and she fires at dude. It is a very unusual sound from an android, but there's a very... Ah! It sounds a little bit less sick.
Mm-hmm. I would imagine. Nice.
And a burst of plasma sizzles against the interior wall of the airlock just next to dude. He can almost hear it, but you know, space.
Yeah. That's a lot of damage that missed.
It is a lot of damage that missed.
In space, no one can hear you miss.
And she is rising from her cover. She still gets her cover bonus until her next action, but she is rising from her cover and moving towards you guys.
You're gonna try to chase us down,
Eileen.
Eileen is going to go and get away.
Get the feeling that these are a distraction.
No, God damn it, not that way. Wrong way, wrong way.
How did you go the wrong way?
When I'm holding right click, it's like dragging.
Oh
the,
yeah, drag.
Oh,
the map.
don't hold right click. Just tap it.
That's the hold left click. Hold left
right
click.
click occasionally. Yes.
So 10 meters gets me there.
I made the same
Yes.
mistake.
Perfect. That was excellent.
And then get me out in the corner.
And if
A little bit
you,
extra.
if she wants, with her second move action, she can easily reattach her tether and start pulling herself across.
Sounds like a good plan.
Okay. Hugo hears sees another little blip. Another lifeboat has launched.
I'll make sure to make a note of where that trajectory is and keep an eye on the first one that launched.
He can't keep an eye on the first one that launched. He can try to very, very quickly get as much data as he can from that specific second launch. Go ahead and roll a. This would actually be a pilot check. Do not
No
get
modifier?
any Starfarer bonuses.
No, it's only 4 drills.
Uh-huh.
No modifier, correct?
No modifier.
There we go.
I was gonna make it take him one more, but he is able to, within a very small margin of error, figure out that this is heading towards Kalia. There is only
That's one of the planets, right?
That is one of the planets. There is only a split second of data that he can get before this thing basically becomes a lifeless and tiny rock flying through space amidst the background of much, much larger signatures.
And that's the second one I tracked the trajectory of.
Correct.
So, do I still have a lock on the first one?
You do not have a lock on the first one, and you lose the lock. You lose any lock on the second one.
Okay. Because that's what his plan was, to try and track the first one, but yeah.
Yeah. No, it makes sense to me that lifeboats are not intended to be trackable, except well, they're intended to reach a destination. They're not even intended to be trackable by friendly parties.
So you're not meant to be rescued in space in the lifeboat. The lifeboat is supposed to get you somewhere.
Oh yeah, yeah. And they're trying to avoid being targets, like, you know, people parachuting down into a battlefield. All right. 7-0. Down the hatch. Oops, I just made her part of the map. Damn it. There we go. And 3-2. Also down the hatch. They will not make her part of the map. Cap.
Eileen's out.
Eileen's out.
Everybody's out. All right. She's gonna take the tether, and they're gonna start hauling ass back to the ship.
Okay. With tether, it's just gonna take 2 rounds. Plain and simple. Down the hatch. Nemo. He only got a little bit of a push off last time, so this is the start of his first round. It will be at.
I heard nothing of that.
Oh, it is Nemo's turn. He is He is starting his first round. Well, not starting, but he is in his first of 2 rounds, pulling himself back to the Raza.
Okay.
Let's move some pogs around here. So Eileen has been going 1 round, right? She
touched
had
herself, yep.
Yeah, she had enough. She had a full move action to start pulling last round. So she has made 1 round already. Nemo has just made 1 round. Cap. She did not do anything on her last action. She just started pulling, right?
Yeah, she was basically pulling as hard as she could.
All right. She's got 1 round. And has Dude started back
Dude
yet?
is with her.
Oh, Dude is
Yeah,
on the
Dude
same tether.
grabbed-
Okay.
Yeah, do grab the tether.
Okay. Well. Okay, you didn't hear.
Can we exert to pull us back faster?
I would allow that. Let me resolve 2, 2, and 4 first, and because it'll be the same distance no matter what for her. Let's see. So you didn't actually hear her scream out in anger because
I would imagine we're not on their comms. And...
space. Damn it.
Yeah. Nowhere, motherfucker.
But if anybody's looking back, you see her charging up to the airlock, and she has got a line of sight on one of you. Let's roll randomly to see who it is.
Damn. I should have said that, so we were holding a shot to shoot back if anybody poked their head out while we were pulling back. Oh.
It takes a move action.
Oh, Jesus, it's Nemo. Oh, his 2 in red is not hit points.
No, it's not.
Okay, that's good.
That's permanent strain.
Ah, gotcha. Right, that makes sense. She charges up a blast, and...
Wait, that system strain actually says it hasn't been updated. It should be 1.
Okay.
There.
You
Okay,
guys
suppose-
see another burst of plasma flying past you, aimed at the outside hull of your ship. Your ship is not going to bear any damage from this, even though it's plasma. It's pretty much designed for that kind of shit.
I'm gonna say I would hope not.
Actually,
But-
to avoid confusion, which way are we counting strain? Up or down?
Oh.
I mean, are we counting strain
Yeah.
like hit points or the other way, or up, or the opposite of hit points?
It's up, I believe.
Yeah, so you have
Yes.
1 out of 14 strain, 2 out of 14
'cause-
strain.
Most of the effects read like if your strain equals your maximum strain, then such and such.
Right. Okay. In that case, that 2 should be a 1. This is what I...
And you look back, or anyone that looks back at where this plasma bolt came from, sees an android with anger on her face, charging up another blast to fire at you.
But if that had hit, that would have taken me out.
And yes, now would be a great time for those exert checks if you'd like.
Yep.
If Dude is being pulled along with Cap, can he bypass his exert check and take a shot back at that android?
On his turn, he can.
Okay.
At that point, it will be 100 meters. Can his shotgun go that far? Well, it'll be between 50 and 100, somewhere.
Or you could instant action and just blast now.
Yeah,
At
you could take
-4.
snapshot, but do remember that shotguns
yeah,
have
max range
recoil.
shotgun. Max on the shotgun is 30, so 30 meters is the maximum range.
Okay.
So now or never, pretty much.
I
10
would
meters is
allow him
optimal
to
range.
take a snap attack at max range. during the course of all this, because I've very much abstracted the pullback. But like I said, remember, your shotgun has recoil.
Mm-hmm.
You may send you and Cap spinning.
You'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
She's
Yeah,
already started you towards the ship. You'll hit it one way or the other.
Don't worry about the -2 for range or something.
I think it is a -2 for range and then -4 for snapshot.
So be -6.
Mhm.
Just go for it, mate. What's the worst that can happen?
Is that something you want to do, Matt?
Well, not to take a snapshot. I was going to wait till my turn.
On your turn, it will actually be outside your shotgun's maximum range.
So it'd be out of 30 at that point. Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, you're technically out of 30 already. I'm just allowing timey-wimey stuff to say that dude pulled back and managed to snap a shot off at max range if you want him to.
Yeah. God, I'm looking at the range numbers and I'm like, man, this is video game shotgun bullshit.
I mean,
Combat
technically,
rifle, 300 yards. Shotgun, 30 yards.
You can get slugs.
Come on.
Can get slugs.
It's not saying that they're not lethal, and I'm not saying that it would not be lethal to be hit by something at a farther range, especially since we're not dealing with atmospheric drag. It's just that at that point you're not really accurate enough for your attack roll to represent anything except you're shooting stuff toward a thing.
I know. It is still just a little,
I mean,
it's video game shotguns.
I think it's reasonable for this. A GM could still narrate that a shotgun fired from 100 meters away in space manages to get a slug into the eye of, an android across the way. It's just that that's not going to be based on your attack roll at all. That's just based on narrative.
Yeah.
There's no way to actually make that attack hit.
Yeah.
Do it.
Well, yeah. Honestly, this is more to try and just throw off her next shot, which mechanically doesn't actually do anything, but narratively makes a hell of a lot of sense.
If you're spinning, it's harder to hit you. Either way, it's a bonus.
Keep in mind, this isn't Android, so it doesn't have emotional reactions to being fired upon.
Says the guy who's narrating their emotional reactions to being fired upon.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, fuck it, dude takes it.
Yes.
You just wanted to see him throw up, didn't you? Alright, roll it.
-4.
-6.
I believe.
Interesting. Yeah,
Can you
that's
get
good.
above a 16?
I don't
That's
think
not
I can
gonna
get
hit.
above a 16 without, even if I roll a 20. And not with
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my only positive modifier on that's a +3. So yeah, I'd top off at 17, rolling a 20.
Remember, 20s are not automatic hits in this game.
Ah. Damage was pretty shit too.
Yeah. Alright, so for those that are pulling, the exert checks, if you can hit a DC... Well, you are going for straight strength here. It would be exert strength, and a DC 8 will let you get there fast enough to be fully inside the airlock this round, rather than simply reach the edge of the reach the hull of your ship this round. Cap has a I'm gonna have to give Cap a -2 penalty. It's kind of a.
She's pulling dude.
Well, that's not so much. It's a multiple penalty. -1 because she's now needing to reorient and pull herself from different angles as she's spinning. And an additional -1. Well, it's basically the same thing. Just a -2 penalty. I had 2 thoughts in mind, but it's -2.
Is she spinning like a record, though?
She's not spinning like a record. Oh, the additional -1 was really to try and orient herself after suddenly starts spinning. And it's not like you guys are spinning fast, but it is enough to be disconcerting in trying to pull.
All right.
So Nemo, Eileen, and Cap.
Not make it.
Is Eileen proficient in Exert?
Yeah, she is.
Savon!
The strain and stress of combat is wearing heavy on all of your limbs. Nemo?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to try, or is he just gonna cruise?
No, he's just gonna continue at normal speed.
Okay. Okay.
Wasn't it two actions it would take?
Yeah, that's to get to the outside of the hole. The exert would have been to get to the hole and inside the airlock on this second round.
Outside the hole is fine.
Okay. It does give the android one more shot. And she can see all of you.
They didn't take cover from my shot?
She did not take cover from your shot. She is, however, firing at dude. She is hanging outside the airlock, the ruined airlock door, and aiming her charged blast across the way.
So I successfully pissed her off. Cool.
She's if it was 100 meters before, that would be we'd be at long range now.
No, it's 100 meters now. You guys, your ship is 100 meters away.
Oh.
And yeah,
well, then that's exactly within short range. We're exactly 100 meters away.
Still misses.
Yeah, it still misses. She's not using any weapon in the book.
Oh, I thought she was using. I thought they were using void carbines.
Nope. 22N4 has been charging up a sheathed bit of plasma along her forearm and firing at you guys.
Ah, right.
So, you again see plasma hit the whole of your ship and sizzle away into the nothingness of space. It'll be sizzling for a while, but it won't do much to you.
100 yards?
Yeah. 100 meters.
Meters.
Yeah, 100 meters. Close enough. Dude flips her the bird.
She returns the gesture. And you can kind of make out that she is holding herself against both, with both arms on either side of the airlock, and just screaming at you.
Pretty pissy for an android.
Very, very odd behavior for an android.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, other than ours.
I mean, shit, even ours doesn't get this.
Angry?
If you want to get exact, Matt, that's 109.37 yards.
Gotcha.
Thanks, Mel. You guys are all able to get inside the airlock, and Colleen can have reached the exterior, or the interior, the internal side of the ship side of the airlock. I think you get what I'm saying. She's not inside the airlock. She's on the inside the ship, on this side of the internal airlock door.
Well, time to barricade the ship.
And the four of you are inside. The external airlock door has closed, and it's going to take some time to repressurize. But you're
or
out.
we treat this as a medical emergency and just override it. Fuck the cycle.
Well, no, the cycle is repressurizing, so that biological functions don't get fucked up in some way. It's not it's not a long thing.
I say, but everyone is in a suit, so if we don't care about it this time around,
Yeah.
there's nobody to be impacted in this case. Just a violent atmosphere change.
Unless you're treating it like a scuba suit, where if you come up too fast, then you get air bubbles
Bubbles.
But this is not a scuba suit. You are in a pressurized vac suit or vac skin. So you don't have to deal with the pressure. It would just hurt everybody if people were standing there without it.
Under pressure.
You would just have a very violent change of atmosphere because the air rushes into there. Normally, bad thing.
In this case, now that he sees these people inside, he's going to be heading towards the one he managed to get a trajectory on. As soon as he sees, like, oh, everyone's aboard, he's going to start heading towards the second light.
Okay. He didn't actually pinpoint a speed on that, so he doesn't have any way of knowing where exactly along this trajectory the lifeboat would be.
I'll fly right behind it. Eventually I might bump into it. Might hear dum. So then we'll know where it is.
He can try it.
Yeah, that's what Hugo's doing in the
Suggest he
meantime.
waits for that, but
well, while Hugo is plotting his course and Colleen is overriding the mechanism, it still takes some time for the door to open if itself, even with the override. And it's not a long time. It's short enough that we're outside of combat. I'm changing the music, and you guys can kind of free roleplay at this point.
Well, Colleen directs Eileen off to the frickin' map bay.
Yep, I presume Eileen would have been going that way. Checking herself over, checking the suit out.
Okay.
back away from the ship, Hugo.
Already on it. I'm chasing the lifeboat.
No.
I know where it's heading. We can follow it, see who's on board.
I don't want to particularly follow.
If they get away, we're in deep trouble.
I would agree. Captain, following the lifeboat seems like a logical course here. That would also, if we assume that they've set the ship for destruction, following the boat will also get us away from the ship.
Fine, do it.
Yep, they have all the data on us. That means perimeter would hunt us down. And they would know that
We're assuming their perimeter.
How about if we find a lifeboat, we can find out?
Well, we're gonna be faster than any of the lifeboats getting down to the planet.
It's a lifeboat.
With androids who snarl and scream.
Yeah, that was weird.
Wait, so that ship was full of killer robots?
It was filled with... Yes.
Well, it was filled with
knew
something,
it.
man.
Was it all of the androids who displayed that unusual amount of emotion, or only that specific one?
That specific one.
Was that specific one with that specific? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I flipped one off and she flipped me off back. That's weird.
From my initial observation, it appears that only one android, the one with the non-standard weaponry, was the one displaying non-standard behavior.
Well, let's get the lifeboat and see to Eileen. Unless...
I mean, they're androids. Why would they abandon ship?
To save the data on what happened?
Maybe there's important ones and unimportant ones. Some of them got left behind to hold the fort. Be a distraction while the other ones got away. Well, considering there was one that was shouting at us, it'd be worth checking to see if there's one more lifeboat that kicks out.
Anyone else hurt though? The faster I can do that, the faster I can go back to tracking everything that might have launched.
The damage I have sustained is non-critical at this point.
I think Eileen took a couple of shots. She looked pretty rough when we were coming back over.
I can see that. Anybody else?
No, they managed to miss me.
Okay, well, Eileen get
See you to Eileen.
Patched up, and then I'll track whatever lifeboat they might have shot somewhere.
Alright.
Quick, to the medbay.
I had assumed that Colleen and Eileen were already en route to medbay as you're talking over comms.
Well, I
Cap
don't
said
think
it's
they took off at a
bridge.
sprint, so it was more like conversation on the corridor.
Uh-huh. Cap's headed to the bridge. Where are Nemo and Dude going?
I mean, Dude would head down to the engineering bay just in case he's got to pump the shields or do something to the ship if that thing blows and we can't get away quick enough.
Let's see if this will let me do it. Yep. One moment, please.
Casual killer robots.
By the way, Mike?
Yes.
Is it it's not actually written down anywhere that I can find it. Is it, do I have 3 keywords now? Is it hard-coded at 2, or is it based on my chameleon rating?
It was supposed to be your chameleon rating.
So I have 3 now.
Yeah. So you can pick another keyword.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on real quick, guys.
Un momento, por favor.
Looking at the ranged weapon range table, it is pretty funny that a musket has a longer extreme range than a shotgun.
Yeah.
Well, it's still pellets with bread versus one projectile.
That's why slugs have slightly longer range.
Yep.
Slug, your shotgun with the slug, your shotgun has the same range as a primitive bow.
Well, I'd like to point out that even real shotguns have an effective range of about 45 meters. So
I mean, you could like, okay, every distance after max you lose a d4.
All right. Mel, I'm pre-typing this just so that I can say, and Nemo receives in the future, and so that I don't forget to actually hit enter. Go over to this tab and hit enter. So just wait until verbal cue. All right. You guys are trying to track down or bump into one of the lifeboats that were fired.
Yep. One heading to Kalia.
Even more amusing, a thrown grenade has the same range as a shotgun.
Actually, a thrown grenade has a larger range because
rolls.
The 30 meters is how far you can throw it, and then it explodes for 10 meters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Blast radius.
But you can throw grenade. You can
throw metal at you
as far as you can shoot someone with a shotgun. Yes.
Again, I don't think that's these bullets stop going at this point, or that these bullets stop being dangerous at this point. I think that's just the range at which this is no longer accurate, and that does
actually it loses killing power.
They do lose killing power, but I don't think that 30 meters is supposed to strictly represent the loss of momentum.
No, it's effective power.
It's an abstraction of all of the above, accuracy and...
Yep.
Because
they just get peppered with pellets.
Yeah.
If you miss
at 50 yards, dispersion of 8 feet and will disable a man. That's
if you miss, Mike, if you throw a grenade and you miss with it, you can hit someone 40 yards away.
Yep. It goes further if you miss.
Yeah.
It's a random chance.
Again,
it could come closer.
The range is just for how accurate you can be, the effect. And it can't be just stopping power, Nick, because this is a space game.
It is.
And there will be...
No, it's not just
you can throw a grenade longer
power.
if you miss.
It's dispersion.
I could just look at it. Minus a d4.
Dispersion doesn't explain single-shot weapons. Sorry, Ben.
The combat shotgun is not necessarily single shot.
I'm
talking specifically shotguns.
The point I'm making is that it's not just dispersion, it's not just loss of stopping power, it's an abstraction of all of them.
It's an amalgamation of factors.
It's RPG shit. RPG shit.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's balance. That's what it is. It's balance.
Yes. Or so it claims.
Yeah.
Anywho, Captain.
Not yet, Nemo.
I have.
Nemo has not received that yet.
Oh.
He pre-typed
it. Sorry, pre-typing. Fair enough.
So I'm going to explain to Cap my
Why didn't you just type it and not post it?
You must have not heard me explain why I didn't do that.
I forget.
Yes.
I wanted to type and post it so that I did not have to change to that tab at the proper time. I could just give you a verbal cue of, hey, Nemo gets this.
Okay.
And also because I frequently, when I'm DMing, I am not actually sitting at my computer. I am standing behind my chair right now.
Walking and talking.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'll probably do that on occasion. It's also part of an effort to avoid what has occurred in the past, where I have simply forgotten. And then had to come back and say, oh yeah, Nemo had gotten this thing. Oops. So.
Yeah, Hugo will explain to Cap. So, the plan is I'm going to follow behind where I had an idea where it's heading, and that way we either see it or we bump into it and know where it's at. Does that make sense? Because that's what I was kind of just thinking. Easier that way.
Well, Colleen would know better if our sensors will even pick these things up. If they ain't broadcasting emergency beacons, then yeah, they just dead rocks in space.
Yeah, hence why I'm figuring we might just bump into it.
Is the local system inhabited?
Do we know if Kalia is inhabited?
I thought it was specifically not.
Why don't we ask the Trin on board?
Yeah, I'll don't even know her name. To session notes. We're session notes. Do we know this
That is what you know
person's-
about Kalia.
Owned and governed by the Trin. Abandoned, but claim remains valid as long as Trin initiator. So no, there's not supposed to be anyone living there. The atmosphere is corrosive and invasive.
Yeah.
Nova.
Yeah, that's right.
In which case, I'll message Nova. Hey, Nova.
She's not on
We
your
know
comms.
I don't think we've given her comms
Yeah,
yet.
this all occurred pretty quick.
This is like announcement, like PS.
PA system.
Okay. So is this going to the whole ship? Or
unless we somehow see her on cameras and I can do it to a certain room.
It wasn't specified where she was taken.
You have a call on the white courtesy phone.
Emma, where would Cap have told Nova to go? Because I do remember that she told Nova. She had someone take Nova somewhere off the bridge. Get her out of sight was basically what she said when you were talking to the man who claimed to be from Perimeter.
I mean, if I remember correctly, we probably have at least some empty cabin rooms. I don't think we would have stuck her.
Oh yeah, we have empty rooms.
Yeah, you have lots of
stuck her in a
space.
jail. So yeah, I got to imagine we would have just been like, here, take a room, sit down, shut up.
Does that sound about what Cap would have done?
Yep.
Then no, you do not have a way of identifying what room she's in.
In which case, it's going to be PA system to everyone. Hey, Nova. Officially, Kalia is uninhabited. If one were to send a lifeboat there, what would they find? If you could please get in contact, that would be great. We're in the bridge.
I can't imagine that any sane ship captain owner would allow comms that are not on the bridge to address the entire ship.
No, she'd have to walk up there to reply.
Yeah, or I'm just trying to avoid
Yeah.
her answering and being Nova at everyone. Hugo does get a communications blip back from one of the rooms, and it's a call. You can excuse me.
He answers it.
It's a video type call. You see his Nova.
He'll accept the video call.
Glowering at him. That's where perimeter are.
Oh. Because, a lifeboat's heading towards there. And did you know perimeter have robots, like androids?
And Nemo? Nemo intercepts the what Nova said there to the bridge.
Yes, obviously.
And he also intercepts the other communication.
From the ship or from the lifeboat?
It's not from the lifeboat. It's from the ship.
Captain, I've just intercepted communications from the ship.
What are they saying?
22 info reporting. Assailants identified as crew of Darkstar. They attempted to board, suspected intent to salvage. Assessment free of threat. They would not have risked the salvage if they took any Trin or tech.
And
so they think that they think that we don't have any Trin.
Correct. They assume that if we had any Trin, we would have hurried out. We would not have attempted, or we would not have risked a salvage action.
So we may be in the clear, in a sense.
In the sense that
You're in the clear for Trin.
We are.
For a second.
Yes, it is logical to assume that they believe we don't have any Trin or tech aboard.
Are they going to care about the rest? They did identify us. Fuck. Even through our suits?
Well,
Probably the
Nemo wasn't
ship.
very well.
Shit. Oh, that means they identified Nemo.
And aren't some of you wearing vac skins?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You can see through vac skins?
Oh yeah, it's just
that's translucent.
Yeah.
Full body condom. That's all it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just a giant condom.
It's a scuba suit.
It's a transparent condom, but yeah.
Most condoms are transparent.
Really? Most condoms are translucent, I'd say.
Anyway, can we move off this topic?
Yes, we can.
The opacity
Yeah,
can
I had
vary.
already moved off it. Yeah, that was.
To jump back to Hugo's conversation with Nova. Robots, androids. They have an army.
So, how do you think they would react to us firing upon their ship and them now getting away in a lifeboat? Are we best to track the lifeboat or to leave the lifeboat?
Leave. Get out of here. Are you trying to get me killed?
No.
No.
You don't hear this.
This is just Hugo and Nova right now.
You hear my side, but yeah. Would you know if they have more ships on the planet? Or is it just this one?
I don't know. Wait, you weren't there. You don't know what living on Trinity Shade is like.
Captain, would you like me to relay the other side of the conversation to you?
She just smiles at Nemo.
Nemo will stop vocally relay the other relay the other part of the other parts of the conversation to Cap.
So, What do you mean? I wouldn't know what's like on Trin.
She starts describing conditions that that the Trin on Trinita Shade have to live through. And she's getting angrier as she goes along. She talks about some Trin aren't born with the evolved immunity and have to have cyberware implanted to them within hours or days after birth. She seems to be taking her own anger very personally.
I have a question. Do you know,
she
like...
slams her fist against the wall next to the comm.
So, does a vac skin not work against this stuff?
I don't know what a vac skin is.
Do you know, like, one of the person who came down and, like, it looked like they weren't wearing anything, but not the robot? That one.
How does that help me know what it is?
Have you seen me? We've met, haven't we? You saw what I looked like. The thing I was wearing. Kind of like blocks all that shit out.
Is there a point to this?
Yeah, couldn't you just use vac skins?
Do you think we have them?
I mean, you have all loads of technology. Unless you don't anymore.
She ends the call.
Well,
at least I'm not the only woman that you stick your foot in your mouth with.
what? It's a valid point. There's supposed to be this advanced race, but they can't think of using vac skins or just making little
They
bubble
don't have them, Hugo. They don't have the ability to get them.
Yeah, but they
don't have the ability to get them.
Can I actually finish my sentence, or are you going to interrupt me?
Like you interrupt me all the time?
Yeah. But my point being is they are known for being this race that creates all these terrible and amazing things, yet they can't think to make a vac skin?
A long time ago.
But surely they must still have some capabilities, otherwise the perimeter wouldn't be so hard upon them, and literally have a base set
I think they would.
But they would have the capabilities, or wouldn't?
Oh, that the perimeter would be just as hard on them.
Yeah, I think you're.
They seem like some really big jackasses.
Yeah,
oh yeah, the perimeter are.
Yeah, so I think you're attributing altruistic motives to the perimeter. That if things, the Trin were safe, that the perimeter would leave them alone.
They sent them to that planet to die. That's what they did.
And they just ain't died yet.
So it seems our choices here is to either leave the system as quickly as possible, or intercept this lifeboat, destroy it, and then return to the wrecked ship and destroy that as well.
Oh, man. Well, that's assuming there ain't more of them on, if there's more perimeter on the planet, they got to be who are they communicating to that you intercepted?
Presumably the planet.
That means they got to have a base on there or something.
Well, yeah, it's their home. The perimeter is supposedly set up there. There's like a army of robots and androids.
But I have no way to say for sure who the target of that communication was.
So yeah, are we going to just blow up these ships that way can't chase us down? Are we going to...
Well, their engines are dead. They ain't going anywhere.
No, but I mean, truly blow it up.
Captain?
Yes, Nemo.
I have intercepted communications from the planet.
What are they saying?
Disregard Rasa. Track ship of idiots. Reinforcements in 2 hours.
Right, they don't want people getting out. That's their priority.
So we're blowing up this ship that way can't even track, and then go for the other one?
I don't think we can help.
Of course we can.
Well, the question becomes, at what point do we stop?
I mean, once they get out of system, then they're safe. Then once they're out of the system, we take their hands off. Let them deal with whatever happens. But let's just at least get them out of the system, no?
Well, how much further have they got to go?
I mean, they've been running since we've been fighting, so they've been making some headway. So it's been about a couple of hours we was fighting. No, about an hour and a bit we was fighting for, and we've just been in there for a while.
Yeah.
So they've made some distance.
Yeah, how much longer they got to go?
They've
It's
actually
been
got
about,
about
what?
24 hours to go.
24 hours? Gee. Oh yeah, it's 48 hours in.
Mm-hmm.
In which case we could, ride shotgun with them. So that way if any of the perimeter come close, we can dispatch with them or at least scare them away.
You're assuming they're not... I don't want to engage with multiple ships.
And realistically, that wasn't... I mean, our agreement... We gave them the ship and told them to get the hell out. I mean, we've done best we can.
Like I said earlier, as long as someone tells Nova that, I'll be happy.
Well, Cab, you didn't make
I
any
think they
commitments.
understand the risks.
As long as Nova understands that, I'll be happy.
Well, she ain't gonna be mad at you.
Oh no, but an angry person on a ship is not something good to have. Imagine if Eileen suddenly became irate at knowing that her friends and family got killed.
There's always that risk.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
say,
yeah.
I gotta imagine this is probably part and parcel of them trying to get off. They've been attempting it multiple times. This can't be the first time.
No, but it might be their best shot. And
At no point in our negotiation did we promise them did we promise to escort them from the system, merely to facilitate the opportunity by giving them the ship.
No, but you received information from them, didn't you?
Yes, in return for the ship and getting Nova out of there, which we've done.
You could possibly get more information, couldn't you? I mean, they're this advanced race. Surely they must know more than the letter
We're done, Hugh.
Additional communications, Captain. It's a response from the android on the ship.
What are they saying?
Negative. Nightshade outside of Trinity Shade orbit, transmitting coordinates. And the response from the planet: acknowledged new ETA 12 to 18 hours.
I'm not sure exactly what that means.
You can put it in text so we can understand it.
Well, that sounds like they're going to send something up from the planet to go pick up
the lifeboats.
Probably the Nightshade.
Yeah, exactly.
Is the Nightshade the name of the ship?
Yes.
They're going to try and recover this and then use it to hunt down the other one.
Yes, they have no weapons.
Yeah, but still. Why give them a working ship when we could fully disable it? What's the downside?
I gotta say, Captain,
we've been involved enough. We're leaving the system.
We're already involved. You might as well dig a little bit deeper to make sure.
I would prefer not. We're leaving the system.
But we are leaving the system. But you've been worried about multiple ships engaging us. In which case, why not take out one so another one can't gang up on us?
2 androids inbound. Stealth tech disassembled and en route with 7B3. Prepare to receive lifeboat.
Sorry, what was that?
2 androids inbound. Stealth tech disassembled and en route with 7B3. Prepare to receive lifeboat.
So they took whatever the.
No, they're about to. About to take it, so keep an eye out for a lifeboat. If so, we can try and intercept it.
No,
We're going.
I think they're referring.
Do you
to the
understand that?
Yeah, they're talking about the 2 that have already left. That's my impression. They've already taken the tech out, dismantled it, cleared it off. That shit's out there.
Yeah, but you left some aboard, didn't you?
Well, that's the one that's communicating back to them.
That's the one. Just said it's disassembled.
Yeah.
Two androids are on board. 2 androids left. 2 androids left the Nightshade with the stealth technology disassembled. They are en route. They are now en route to return to the planet with 7B/3, and they're being instructed on the planet to prepare to receive the lifeboat.
Yeah.
Contains 2 androids and disassembled stealth technology.
Yeah, it was past tense. There's nothing left on the ship. Other than the 1 android.
But I believe it's the captain's desire that we leave the system immediately.
Yeah. Disabled ship. Androids on the run.
It's not disabled though. The engines are still functioning.
Right.
That's my issue.
No weapons.
Yes, but still.
Hugo, we are leaving.
Yeah.
Why not just take out the ship?
We are leaving.
What's the harm in firing some
If you won't pilot the ship, get out of the seat and I will do it. We are leaving.
Okay. Hugo's going to his room.
Alright.
Hugo's going to watch the tons of television that they've got aboard. Actually,
Cap gets in the pilot's chair.
It's going to be more effective. He's going to work on his vending machine.
Okay. Tuvon comes and joins him.
Captain Cap mutters something about men being children.
Also, just remember, your ship's now gone to Spike Drive 1.
Yes, it has.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's what we were before. No, wait, actually, we've always had somebody with the...
yes, you have.
You're going much slower now.
How far are we from the edge of the system?
48 hours, because we came back into the system.
48 hours, yeah.
Well, it comes 24 if Cap trims the course successfully.
Correct.
So us, that ship, and the Ship of Fools are all still technically in the same sector of space.
You're in the same region, yes.
Yeah.
Except the Ship of Fools is now, well, Ship of Idiots, actually.
Right.
I could point that out. They're actually faster than us now.
Did they have drive too?
They did.
We're not the slowest thing around. Should be worth pointing out we only disabled the guns on the Nightshade. We didn't destroy them. That's fixable.
Yep. Which was Hugo's whole point.
Which he missed communicating entirely.
Kind of happens when someone shouts.
It is a point he neglected to make, yes.
No, I made it with, people coming back and hunting us.
Excuse me. Yeah, I think you can.
You can even fix a disabled system in combat with an engineer action.
Yep.
So 15 minutes.
Wait, are you guys talking about repairing the weapon?
Yep.
Yeah.
Repairing the weapon.
At this point, the damage is done, and it's going to require normal maintenance. I'm pretty sure that's actually how the book rules it is that if it's not repaired in combat.
Yeah. So now we've effectively ended combat with them. Now it's actually just broke.
Yeah.
No, disabled.
It's just it's just disabled weapons right now.
Nemo remains silent as it seems like Cap isn't in the mood for conversation.
I'm sorry, what was that, Mel?
I said Nemo remains silent as it seems Cap isn't in the mood for conversation at the moment.
Poor Cap.
Don't argue with her. She says leave, we leave.
Keep forgetting it's a dictatorship.
It is.
Yeah.
Chain of command.
It is the change she will beat you with.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
On the bright side, no shortage of pilots on the ship.
Yeah, we just need to get more fixed up.
Cap is actually able to fly the ship.
Why don't we take a quick 5-minute break?
Sure.
Alright. I'll put the little break sign up. As soon as I find where that is.
Where you hit it.
There we go. Alright, let me bring us back to frame. Edit. That'll do.
Pig. Still the weirdest tonal shift from main movie to sequel.
Alright, there you go. It can now be edited, and there's a player notes section at the bottom of it. I'm not going to change all of the cards for that, just at any point if you decide that you want to put player notes on a system, let me know and I'll go ahead and make that edit. And now I'll let you type whatever you want to type there. Yeah, delegating like a boss. Don't everybody all laugh at once.
I was gonna say, well, you gotta pronounce it right. Like a bouse.
So someone's gonna have sex with a fish?
And okay, we have just had a practically an all-out shouting match between Hugo and Cap, with some misunderstandings, and Hugo has gone to workshop to work on the vending machine.
Is it more of a Sulk shop now?
It's a what?
It's now a Sulk shop.
Maybe he can put salt in the vending machine.
Not salt. Sulk.
Oh.
S-U-L-K.
Sulk. Okay. Yeah. Good. That's not as easy to put in the vending machine, but I'm sure somebody can figure that out. Cap is piloting the ship towards the edge of the system.
Mm-hmm.
Estimated time is 48 hours, although there are possibly some shortcuts she can take. Not necessarily slinging around planets, but she may be able to find a closer gravitational spot or hot zone for a spike drill if she wants to try trimming the course.
Yep.
Okay, that is a DC 9 pilot check.
Pilot?
Mm-hmm. Pilot in.
Yeah.
Oh ho! She makes it. Okay. You guys will arrive at the edge of the system in 24 hours. That's a lot of downtime for... Well, for for everything. We've got... let's start with Colleen. We've only got about a half hour left today, so let's start with Colleen and Eileen. Eileen is scraped and bruised. I don't think I fluffed that she took any real hard hits, did I?
You might have just gotten some plasma burns even by being missed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Such a thing as convection.
Yeah,
Well,
I think it's
bruises
and
convection is
pain.
convection.
Not so much in space, but if it was real near misses, yeah. In fact, I'm not even sure that's true, but we'll go with it. Yeah, a lot of the damage in this combat was all the strain of combat, bruised knees as sliding into cover. Oops, I hit my head while trying to slam into the wall to avoid those bullets. But nothing that was truly significantly damaging. No bullets actually went into anyone. Her adrenaline and hormones are super spiked though, and that's gonna need some significant calming. So she's happy to be put on a little bit of a medical leave, at least for a few hours, and just drift off and let some of those pains fade away.
Cap actually
we got
damage.
drugs for that.
Cap actually took damage, yeah.
And is in the pilot seat.
It's because Eileen nearly died.
Yeah.
I just looked it up out of curiosity. Heat only transfers through vacuum. Heat transfer does happen in vacuum, but only through radiation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was questioning that even as I was saying it. That a plasma bolt can fly within an inch of your face, and if it doesn't hit you, hey, that was cool.
Oh, that's what that looks like.
So as long as it doesn't induce microwave radiation and nuke you, you're okay.
Yes.
Which would be taking the hard sci-fi to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Conduction and convection does not work in vacuum, but radiation does.
Yeah.
Well, Eileen is being fussed over.
Eileen tries to calm Colleen down. It's like Colleen took the damage.
Put on drugs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so wait, is this
put down?
Weird extension of Stockholm syndrome, as the kidnappee now cares for the kidnapper?
I'm pretty sure I mentioned before that Colleen not only does reverse Stockholm syndrome. It goes both ways.
She has Stockholm and reverse Stockholm syndrome.
Mm-hmm. Speaking fuss over, what were you thinking? Told you before to worry about murder bots.
She grins a little bit and says, Cap came back safe.
Yeah, but Cap doesn't have children.
I may as well not also.
Well, we can work on that.
You gonna get me pregnant, Colleen? She's getting a little bit loopy from the drugs.
I'm sure we can find willing participants. We have the technology and alcohol.
She shakes her head and tries to clap Colleen on the shoulder. She mostly just ends up kind of wiggling her arm in the air.
Also, I told you before, we can see about getting your family out, putting them somewhere else.
You find somewhere else first, and we'll talk about it.
Well, I need to know more. That's how good plans work. You take the information, and then you come up with a brilliant plan, and then you execute the brilliant plan.
Plan is step 1. Find somewhere that doesn't suck. Let me know when you find that.
I was gonna say, have you been out there?
She's going unconscious. She's fading to the drugs.
Well, once she's taken care of, then Colleen goes and sees what's up with the sensors.
Okay. What do you mean, what's up with the sensors?
To see what else is going on in the universe around us. Anyone chasing, anyone doing crazy stuff. Making sure everything is clear. And probably finding out where the fuck is Hugo.
Yeah. Let's actually have the camera follow Colleen as she makes her way to the bridge. And she sees Cap sitting there. Now we're on the bridge. Cap, Colleen. Who else is on the bridge?
Nemo?
Sorry, did you say Nemo?
Yes, Nemo's there. He's just standing there. He's just been standing there silently in case Cap needed anything.
Okay. The door opens and Colleen enters.
Hey, kid.
Colleen?
Hi. So, I was right? Murderbots?
Yeah, murder bots.
They're everywhere these days. What's up with that?
Well, it sounds like Perimeter uses them quite a bit.
Well, wish you could have brought some back. Would have reprogrammed them. So, why are we going slow?
Would she know that?
Colleen is a pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
actually, Cap's doing a pretty good job.
Colleen is a pilot. She knows the difference.
Not only that, but she can actually put numbers to the pace that you guys are managing to go, and basically she can put numbers to the ETA.
If it's up on a screen, I suppose. Yeah.
I'm sure she's got it on her data pad, or just on her console. It's easy for her to find.
She has a whole console to play with.
Going slow because our pilot wanted us to engage with multiple ships and destroy the one that we disabled and
refused to follow a direct order.
And generally is being a child.
Didn't put holes in him, did you?
What?
Did you put holes in him?
Not yet. He seemed quite intent on engaging with multiple ships from the perimeter.
Wait, what multiple ships?
They have more ships heading for the ship of idiots.
They do?
She gestures to Nemo and have him explain.
They do, yes.
Where are those ships?
Stealth, presumably.
We have a chance to get out. I wanted to take it.
Expected ETA 12 to 18 hours.
I mean, they would have to launch from the planet somewhere. So otherwise, they'd be showing up.
They're not coming after us.
Yeah, but it's still the same area.
They also identified us. We need to leave.
Dude has arrived.
Well, I'm fine with leaving and all. But maybe taking out the ship would have been a good idea, so they can't shoot at us ever again. I mean, especially if they only have murder bots.
That may make them turn and come after us, and I am not willing to risk that.
Didn't they come after us in the first place?
Yeah, initially, and they broke off, and at least that communication that Nemo was talking about sounds like they're making that other ship a priority.
They are operating under the assumption that we do not have any prescribed technology or people aboard the ship, which makes us less
So
of a
we
priority.
have a chance to get out of here.
So they don't care
with the one prescribed person we have aboard the ship.
Right. So we're actually accomplishing what we were trying to do.
Exactly.
Okay.
And at no point in our negotiation with the Trin did we ever promise them that we would secure them safe passage out of the system.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose we could have peeled off a shot at that ship as we were leaving, but I mean,
well, he didn't do that.
No,
we didn't have anyone to do that at the.
Well.
Oh yeah, Eileen was. Well, yeah, everybody was down there.
Well, Eileen will take a while.
Right.
And
they're going to need a maintenance yard to get those guns back up and running.
Well, at the speed, we'll be still in the system when the ship of idiots jumps out.
Yeah, but they're going after them, so by the time they catch us, we'll be out.
No.
We're not going in the same direction.
If they have something else like the Nightshade, they'll get us way before then.
They're not coming after us.
No, once the ship of idiots jumps out.
Well, that's assuming the ship it jumps out before us.
It does.
It's 24 hours away.
Have you looked at their speed? Have you looked at our speed? And something like the Nightshade is faster than all of us.
Let me put some numbers out here because there are some pilots in this conversation, and they know the numbers. Colleen is right by a small margin. If another ship were to, okay, so you guys are taking 24 hours. It's going to take 12 hours in making these very even numbers for Ship of Idiots to reach the edge of the system. If their ship is at the Ship of Idiots when they jump, they'll be in a different region of space than you. Whatever they do with the Ship of Idiots, if they start towards you immediately and they have a drive 3 and they trim the course, they get to go. It takes them 48 hours divided by 4, so 12 hours, and you will also be at 12 hours away from the edge of the system, so they would reach you at exactly within, plus or minus minutes or tens of minutes.
In that case, what happens if they gravity assist?
Gravity assisting is only supposed to be used for chase.
Okay, well.
So that's assuming they have a fast ship and trim the course.
Yes.
And assuming they ignore the.
I have a question.
Assuming they ignore the Ship of Idiots entirely.
What's your question, Ben?
Doesn't it take just 48 hours no matter where you are to get to the edge of the region?
Yes, that's why.
Let's just say they would get there before us. Because obviously it took them 12 hours from if they. Sorry, let's just say 24 hours. No, what would it be? 48 divided by 3. If
60.
they did nothing, yeah, in which case they'd get there quicker if they did nothing.
So, and that's part of the confusion, I think. If they came straight at you guys, and let's just keep them with a 4, including trim the course, they would reach the edge of the system 12 hours before you. If they go after Ship of Idiots, they'll reach the edge of the system at basically the same time as Ship of Idiots. It'll take them 12 hours from wherever they are, and it's taking Ship of Idiots another 12 hours from where they're at to reach the edge of the system.
Well, they said 12 to 18.
They did say 12 to 18. Yes. You guys are 24 hours away, so if they spend that 12 hours going for Ship of Idiots, you're at the time that they intercept them, you're 12 hours away, and then they're 12 hours away from you. Does that clarify?
Seems to add up.
The argument that's being made is that they are going for Ship of Idiots first, so that gives you that 12 hours that it takes them to get to Ship of Idiots to get closer to
12 to 18.
12 to 18, mm-hmm. Right. And all the pilots in this discussion are familiar enough with all the astro plotting device nomical things to make these same assumptions. So in a way, and I love saying this, all of you are right.
Our best course of action remains to simply vacate the system as quickly as possible.
Also, if you do shoot Hugo, the med bay is getting, well, not full, but there are only so many holes I can reach.
Hugo. I'm gonna let him have his sulk. And when we're both feeling more reasonable, we can discuss things.
Do you have an ETA? Do you have an ETA on that?
Human relationships don't tend to follow some sort of timetable, kid.
Besides, Captain, if you wish for any people aboard the ship to be disabled, I could do so without spending any resources on it.
Cat pinches her nose.
There are only so many people I can fix at the same time. I could have two.
Wait, Cap, he's right. It does save on ammunition budget. You know, save the bullets.
I don't need anyone to take him out physically. If I wanted it, I could do it myself.
Oh, yeah. Also,
who will rid me of this turbulent pilot?
We don't need bullets anyway. We have laser guns. We can just recharge them.
Everyone, drop it.
You get
consider it dropped, Captain.
A calm beep from one of the rooms.
Go for Colleen?
Is she putting it on a screen or anything?
Yeah.
This was just a bridge. It's Nova.
Hi.
I'm sorry I yelled at your pilot.
He's a little distraught at the moment.
Who else has yelled at the pilot?
I was going to say, it's not exactly an exclusive club, so don't worry about it.
We are currently vacating the system as fast as we can. You should appreciate that.
Nova.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
What can you do? Oh, what can she do? What can you do?
I mean, I don't know what What am I supposed to do out here?
Away from the planet, you mean?
Yeah. I feel like that should have been a discussion you had with the people that sent you away before you got on our ship.
She thumps a fist lightly on the side of the panel, turns.
May I offer a suggestion?
Jupiter just sent me away because I'm weak. She looks back.
I offer
I'm not weak.
Offer a suggestion?
What?
Perhaps this is a conversation that is better served in privacy.
Yeah. And then she hangs up.
How much more private can it get? Would be nice to know what she can do.
With your permission, Captain, I would like to talk to her.
Of course.
And Nemo will go to find Nova.
Okay.
And you know what, Cap? Thinking about it, I mean, putting a bullet in the ship we're leaving behind, I mean, I don't feel like that would have made much of a difference at all. They're still sending another something from the planet as backup, so.
But one less ship?
Well, yeah, but one less ship that ain't got no guns. They're not going to get those guns fixed by the time they get to us.
You people are bad at dropping it.
One less ship entirely, ever?
Eh.
Speaking of holes, don't we have some holes?
No, we have 3 damage. That's from flying too close to a system.
Yeah.
Planet.
Yes. That's what she calls the holes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll be dude's downtime.
Alright. We have about 5 minutes left for planned session here. So I don't want to take more time for those that are on schedule. But I do want to take note. Nemo is going to talk to... I'm actually writing this down because I don't always get to the recap right away, as you can tell. Actually, could you put into OOC planning? Let me put a quick banner up. Okay. What are we at? 54? Alright. Please put into the OOC planning channel what conversations you're going to be having over the next 24 hours of flight time to the edge of the system. Conversations you're planning to have and actions that your characters are taking in downtime. That way I can refer back to that as I'm trying to figure out what I want to work on during my daily commute over the next week. Where I want to focus my attention. And hey, I let Emma have a day without a cliffhanger.
I wouldn't say that.
I was going to say,
we
have an emotional cliffhanger, not a situational cliffhanger.
Well, there's also the cliffhanger of does the other ship actually make it out, or do they get intercepted?